coach said Malachi Tony. So I'm gonna take that away.
It's not Malachi and Mark.
Yeah, we got Malachi and Mark Fletcher, so you can't pick one of them. Welcome back to another episode of Talking Sport with DP, and we live, baby. And I got my dog Reed with me, my brother-in-law. And first thing first, we're gonna say a shout out to our ladies because we got twins. You feel me? We dating twins. You feel me? My dog married. I'm engaged. You feel me? It's their birthday, so happy birthday to them. You feel me? And that's how we started off. And also, I gotta thank the Lord too, man. Thank you, Jesus, for another beautiful day. For real. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus, for another beautiful day. And we're going to come here, man. We're finna talk about some Miami Hurricane football, the ACC conference, a little Big 12 conference when my dog pull up. But, man, the spring game was the day, Reed. We got a little bit of information out of it. But for the most part, heard some good things, heard some things I wish I could have got a more ideal of. We was able to see the game. But you know, Mario got that thing on lockdown. He ain't let nobody get no bifocals or nothing if you ain't got that. You feel me? You know them club seats, the membership club. You feel me?
Right. You ain't paying that booster bread. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Yeah, you can't see the product if you ain't paying that booster bread.
You ain't being the big baller shot caller, 20-inch blades. You feel me? You ain't gonna see Nathaniel. But we did get a little bit of information, man. I heard I don't think Mark Fletcher participated. If he did, it was limited. Malachi Tony, he ain't do much. You feel me? He was limited also. He did a little something, but he also, you feel me, they held him back. But I heard some good things from the wide receiver Cam Vaughn. I heard let me see. They say Luke Nickel was the second string quarterback. You feel me? Going out there, and they say Darren Mitchell was out there balling. Man, he was cooking. He had 3 dimes.
I saw a couple of dimes. You know they're gonna drop some highlights, but
you feel me?
From the highlights, I saw a couple of dimes in there.
Yeah, man. So tell me how you feeling about it for the most part, for what got the scoop on.
Just from what I could find, man, it was a lot of pretty much of what you mentioned. I looked at a couple of YouTubes online. They kind of just looking at how Omar Thornton kind of stood out at the nickel position, kind of just setting the tone as the next transition, next in line from Keontae Scott. He's doing a lot of the similar things that Keontae did, and him just being more of a box safety and just blitzing is a strong suit. And that's what Corey Heatherman loved to do. So I heard a lot about Omar Thornton and JJ Dunnigan. Yeah, I feel like he definitely had his little moments from what I heard. But the defensive backfield, we so deep, he may not be able to see the field. But yeah, I heard he was doing a little bit. Also heard that was it Kevin Wiley? Yeah, Kevin Wiley. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, he was doing a little bit as a pass rusher. So that's gonna be interesting to see how that looks moving forward. To see if he's gonna get a little bit of the pass rusher side. But they said he was showing up on the pass rusher side as well.
Yeah, I heard the same thing about JJ Dunnigan also, man. I really think he could push for some playing time. He still got fall camp, to put some more out there for the coaches see to get more comfortable and get the coaches more comfortable with him being out there. And yeah, the same thing with Omar Thornton, man. They say once he was able to, feel me, hit people, running the people, man. You feel it's a whole different ball game. That's his action. And he back in his hometown, his home city, so I know he's gonna represent.
Yeah.
And I recently found out him and Malachi Tony was on American Heritage together. I think he was probably a couple of classes ahead of Malachi Tony, but he was talking about Malachi Tony got way better from he was in high school. He feels a whole different level out there, but he respected, man. He like going up against competition like that. So shout out to Omar Thornton. But one thing I will say that I like that I heard is the news about Jackson Cantwell, man. They say he was doing good up against Darren Wilson, Wando Blunt. Feel me? Say he was holding up his own. Say one time, boy, he almost put Darren Wilson on his butt. You feel me? So I'm gonna say Damian Wilson. I'm talking about Darren Wilson, Damian Wilson.
Yeah.
But they also say Damian Wilson looked real good also too, man. I can't take no credit from him too. And I like the fact that Cantwell is going up against this caliber of player. And we got a lot of players in a lot of different sizes, you feel me? Weight classes to go up against Cantwell to get him ready for this upcoming season. So how you feeling about that, bro?
Yeah, I'm glad I held back because actually that was gonna be my next point was to be about Jackson Cantwell. So that's a perfect segue actually. So that's good to hear that he was playing, with the big dogs. I feel like, coming from where he came from, coming from, small school. He ain't coming from like, where Francis coming from, where he come from IMG. You playing against the top dogs every week in high school. He coming from a small town. He ain't going against that type of talent every week. So it's a little bit refreshing to see that he going in, stepping in with the big dogs, and he kind of asserting himself right away. So we're gonna be able to see what type of transition it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be as smooth as Francis, him stepping in like that, but I feel like he gonna take his lumps and he definitely gonna, hit the ground rolling. He gonna be all right for sure.
Yeah, because luckily he got a chance to practice with the team during the playoff run. And I feel like that benefited him also to get a chance to go up against Ruben Bain, Akeem Mesidor. And I'm pretty sure those guys will help him to learn some stuff. Coach Mirabal, getting them right, getting them on each probably position, getting them used to the line of scrimmage to see what he fits the best. And I'm glad that he able to, handle himself on that outside because we're going to need that. A big body, yeah. And then he was a shot put champion in high school. Real athletic parents, you feel me? Athletically gifted. They was in the Olympics. So I feel like the young man got a high ceiling, you feel me? And we're going to see when the season come up. And just for the simple fact he playing in the ACC, and I don't think our schedule really that difficult. Not up until we really see Notre Dame. So he going to have a chance to get right, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to have a lot of those games going to be a lot of tune-up games. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how it goes. Because like you said, he got a high ceiling, but he also got a high floor. So yeah, it's gonna be something to look out for, man. I think he's gonna be making some noise coming to the start of the season. So I think once we get up against some of that bigger name talent, we're gonna see how he stack up. But I got confidence in him though, so I ain't too much worried.
And then too, man, I heard the freshman running back Javion Mallory was out there getting busy, man.
Big body.
They say he's out there looking like a little Frank Gore, man. I don't want to put that on him though. I want to put that on a young man. Yeah. But you feel me? They say he was out there looking like a little Frank Gore, man. They say he coming with it, bringing that work. And I feel like he got a lot of action because I heard Gerard Pringle, he ain't really to participate that much. But I heard some good things about Mallory, man.
Okay. Yeah, I love to hear that. Most definitely, because I watched a lot of his film coming out of high school, and he looked like a big burly back, like he a little pinball. But I didn't know what his breakaway speed looked like because he didn't look like the type that was gonna run away from anybody. So it's good to see that his he's getting good praise. So I want to see how that contact balance look coming out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm interested to see, what type of run he gonna get. But I don't think he's gonna get much run this season, but that's good to know. We got these young backs. We had a good stable of backs that are moving forward. Same with the DBs. That we can look forward to them, kind of just passing the torch and keeping it moving forward, man. It's exciting. For sure.
Hello. Yeah, I also heard Jordan Lyles was looking good out there, also getting busy putting in that work. And I love to hear that, you feel me? I want to see him get back to his former self, his freshman self, you feel me? Because last year, feel like he was nicked up, man. I feel like he really couldn't get busy how he wanted to. I feel like he put on a little bit too much weight. But I seen pictures of him. I seen a video of him, and he looking back like his former self. You feel me? He look like he getting back more tight. You feel me? So he can be more elusive instead of just a bigger back. I don't think he was able to run like that last season with the extra weight he put on. But one person I didn't hear much about was Shamar Brown. I don't know if they was saving him or I just didn't hear much about my boy. So I really want to hear something. Maybe some news will come out later on about my boy Shamar Brown. But hey, who knows?
Yeah, I wouldn't like to speculate too much, but I feel like it's kind of similar to Mark. You know, they kind of just, they kind of the stable guys. You know, they kind of know for sure that they kind of gonna be where they are, and they want to get a little bit of looks at the younger guys. So I kind of think that was more the position, but we'll see when the season comes, man. But yeah, definitely Marty, man. I would love to see Marty on the field. I don't. That's my dog, man. So I want to see Mark, and I want to see Marty. I want to see Gerard. I want to see the whole state be able to get their run. Hey, if we can get 2,000 yard backs, hey, that's gonna be lovely. And if we can get two, then we can get one with a 5. I love that too. So we're gonna lock in this season. So it's exciting to see, man. You can pick your poison at this point.
Definitely at this point, man.
At this point, man.
And then too, I want to talk a little bit about the wide receivers, man. Besides Malachi, they say Cooper Barquette looking legit. You feel me? So I'm ready to see how he gonna look this season. I'm ready to see how he get more comfortable with the offense throughout the fall camp, man. And that boy Cam Vaughn making big plays. You feel me? I can't leave him out. And I seen Dalen Upshaw score a touchdown out there. So we're gonna be tight work. We deep at wide receiver position, man.
It's looking real good. According to what I was getting from the depth charts coming in, that Josh Moore was a start next, Cooper was a Z, and Molly was the proposed slot. He didn't get too much run, but that's what it's looking like coming in. So we'll see. Once camp keeps going and see if there's gonna be any adjustments. But I feel like there's a little bit of camaraderie with Cooper Barquette, and Darren Mensah. So I feel like that's kind of what set the tone with them forward. Do you kind of feel the same way? That's kind of what's pushing him forward and giving him the initial starter? What's your point of view on that?
I feel like that would be a good, you feel me, first three
over talent, like more so. Like even though he may not be the most talented receiver, just the fact that he got a little bit of a rapport with Darren Mensah that they kind of giving him to push ahead forward until another one of the younger receivers or the less experienced receivers step forward.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, I can't knock him, man. They say Cooper Barquette been getting busy out there
dude.
with the first name wide receivers. Yeah, I can't knock him. Say he been getting busy. If he get it, he's gonna be well deserved. So I'm trying to tell you, we deep out there. But I will say, there's a few players that didn't participate, and someone that didn't participate that much. So I feel like whatever look that we did get, it really wasn't that much. It really wasn't that much a good look. It was just like a small fry, like a sample. You feel me? Because
little ski taste.
Yeah, you feel me? Amaya Moton wasn't out there. Muhammad Torre, you feel me? That's another starter.
That's all starting lineup too. So
you feel me on defense. A few other players I heard didn't participate. On Samorin Wango, he really didn't participate out there. And it's nothing. I heard it's nothing major. You feel me? Nothing serious. Just they kept some guys out. You feel me? I guess
established. Maybe injuries. Maybe they've already established. You maybe leaps and bounds ahead of the other people in your position room. So you probably ain't gotta do too much, or or they may be injured, or be other stuff. You don't know. So it's all speculation. We just talking.
So we finna go ahead and get into, man, talking about the ACC as a whole. You feel me? Some of the teams. We're gonna start off with the U, because that's what we do. You feel me? Miami last season finished 13-3, made it all the way to the Natty. 6-2 in the ACC, man. And this upcoming season, they had the 7th ranked recruiting class in 2026, 1 5-star, 15 4-stars, and 15 3-stars. First in the ACC. The portal class, they had the 4th ranked portal class. In 2025, they had the 15 ranked high school class with 1 5-star, 12 4-stars, and 8 3-stars. First in the ACC again. 3rd ranked portal class in 2025. But returning production this year, as far as the offense, a lot of guys left. Offensive line, especially Noah, we missing. We also missing Inez Cooper, Markel Bell. As far as the wide receivers, I don't think it's gonna be an issue at all as far as the wide receivers. Then as quarterback
Right.
position, we know we getting
Agreed.
Darren Minshew. I feel like that's gonna be an upgrade from Carson Beck. Not to give Carson Beck too much, you
Yep.
feel me? Because he got us there. He got us to the promised land. He just ain't finished. It's sad that every loss we had ended up with a Carson Beck pick. We keep
Yeah.
saying that, we keep hearing that, but it is what it is, man. But how you feeling about this upcoming season?
I would say, man, I'm feeling pretty good, all things considered. We were able to, even though we lost lot of our key players, we was able to place it, and I feel like we're gonna be able to do it a little bit by committee. We got a lot of depth. Um, Ultimately, I feel like the area of most concern is going to be the offensive line, and just kind of how that changeover is going to be with the bookends on the outside. Just having a new change of tackles is going to be interesting to see how those two wins get set in and adjust to that change. But I feel like that's the biggest area of question. But the fact that I feel confident about that too says a lot about the expectations for the season going forward. So I'm feeling good about it, man. We got Stanford coming in. I feel like that opening game is going to be a good kind of a tune-up game. I don't see really any teams coming in that's going to really face a good challenge. I think Clemson going to be coming in to try to reclaim some some sparks from yesteryears. So they're gonna try to kind of rewrite the ugly last season they had. We ain't really ever
Mm,
too much worried about Florida State, but aside from Clemson, we just looking forward to seeing Notre Dame on the 7th, and that's gonna be the end all be all. Knowing that's towards the end of the season, that's a loss that you cannot be willing to take. So, but ultimately, man, I'm excited about the outlook. I feel like we got the opportunity to go undefeated. So if we can go undefeated and go into the playoffs with a top seed and get a bye, man, hey, the sky's the limit. We got to the promised land last year, so we can go ahead and finish this thing and knock it out because the schedule's looking light, man. To be honest, so I don't. I, yeah, I can't. We play who we play, so
yeah,
I'll
you ain't
take that.
lying about that, brother. Mario Cristobal, 15 years, finna be 16 years, man. 97 and 79 career record with
Break it
over
down for me, bro.
500 winning percentage. You feel me?
Break it
At
down for me,
Miami.
bro. Go ahead, man. Down.
And at Miami, you feel me, 35 and 19 at the U. So that's
Mm-hmm.
looking a lot better than how it first started. A lot of people was giving, a lot of, you feel me, just on my dog neck a little bit
Yeah.
before we went on this run and we had this heck of a season. But I gotta give Mario
Mm-hmm.
Cristobal credit, man. He turned this football program around, man. He got Miami on the right track. And he got them bodies in there, man. We look like a whole different team, man. A lot
Them
of people
hog
don't like.
mollies.
I'm trying to tell you, them hog mollies, man. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't like when this be said, but we look like an SEC team. But
Yeah.
now, to be real, we just
Yeah.
look like throwback Miami, but
Yeah. To
bigger at
keep it a
this
buck.
point. Honestly, yeah, we kind of bigger.
Keep it a buck.
Feel me? We got some hog mollies up there. We got a lot of
Yeah.
potential on that offensive line, like you were saying. You feel me? That's probably one of the positions as far as offense. Well, I'm gonna say two positions: the offensive line and tight end room.
Tight
We
end.
gonna have,
Yes.
yes, we're gonna have to see, man. We're gonna have to see. Hold on, my boy Chug. Like, where you at, Chug? I sent you the link, my boy.
Step in the room,
You feel
man.
me? Where you at? Now
Step in
it's
the
on your
room.
Twitter.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree with you, bro. As far as like the tight end group, because Luca he gonna be young stepping in, so we know Elijah gonna have to take a big leap. Damn, a step. He gonna take a leap this season, so we're gonna definitely see what he does. I'm excited because I've always loved his talent because he's one of the most talented tight ends that we've had coming in, and I would say, my opinion, he just ain't been utilized. He hasn't had the opportunity to show it. So I'm excited to see what Elijah do, man. And Luca, he's young, but I heard the boy can ball. So yeah, man,
Look,
that is a good position group to point out. There's definitely a lot of question marks there for sure.
and I heard you as far as Luca Gilbert, I heard he had a pretty decent day also. But yeah, I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to the tight end room to step it up a notch, man. We need more from the tight end room to make this offense really go to its full potential, and we got to see some promise from the offensive line. But one reason why I'm not that concerned about University of Miami offensive line is
that's the
because
coaches.
yes, the coaches, man, the coaches, and another key thing too. I feel like our defensive line so good, they gonna get them boys in shape. You
Yeah,
either gonna get whooped in practice every day, or you gonna come to the party.
yeah,
And from
facts.
what I've been hearing about Cantwell, he been looking pretty good.
Brought his lunch pail. Hell
I'm
yeah,
trying to tell you, Matthew
hell yeah.
McCoy, Pancake Huncho, this is gonna be big season for them. We're gonna really need this guy to step up.
Yeah.
So you say far as the record prediction, you want them to go undefeated.
I can see it.
You can see I can see that too, but
Take a look on the schedule, bro. You can look at everything, every whole lot of look. Let me run it down for you and stop me when there's somebody that can beat us. Stanford, Florida A&M, Wake Forest, Central Michigan, Clemson. I already acknowledged. Florida State, Pittsburgh, North Carolina, Notre Dame acknowledged. Duke, Virginia Tech. Yeah, we'll see what James Franklin's doing with his initial class, but I feel like he need more time to build in Boston College. I feel like it's more in our favor to go undefeated than it is to not to
I
keep
ain't
it a
gonna
buck.
lie,
Man.
Reed.
To keep it a buck,
I
bro.
ain't
We
gonna
are
lie,
dominant,
like
bro. We got a lot of we can easily top the best of several different position groups in the country, bro. It ain't just one position group. It's several position groups that's vouching to be the best in the country. So when it's looking like that on both sides of the ball, it's kind of hard not to yeah, man. We the outlook is bright. It's looking good, bro. It's looking good. I know you're looking
Reed.
at the same thing I'm looking at.
I know, and I want to say 12-0, but it's just hard for a team to go undefeated. That's why
I
I
know.
want.
Just the human factor. I feel you.
Yeah,
Just the human factor because you can look at all the talent, you can look at it on paper, and then they turn around and lose to Wake Forest or some dumb shit. So I hear
yeah.
you. I
And
hear
we
you.
locked up last year, man. We ain't had that many injuries last year, at least not that
Yeah.
many serious ones. You feel me? To our main players had to get out and sit out for a long
Mm-hmm.
time.
Right.
And then I would say for regular season, 11-1. And then I feel like we can get to the AC championship and win for the first year.
So what
But
you
who that
saying
one
is,
loss would be,
about that you giving up a dub then, like a dud L, a L that we once supposed to. That's what you talking. That's because you ain't saying we losing to one of the top teams, so we gonna show up for those. So you saying we gonna who gonna be
the two
the underdog that's gonna beat us?
I got two teams that I'm gonna say that hold on.
That is laughable, man. Oh man. Okay. Pitt.
Hold
You
on.
gonna say Pitt?
I'm gonna say this. This two teams I'm
You gonna
gonna
say
say.
Pitt?
I had seen something with Cho. I'll read what Cho say. I got you, Cho. Just give me a second. This is what I'm gonna say. I got Clemson could be a possible L because there ain't no telling what Dabo gonna do with them boys,
Yeah.
but there ain't no telling they might looking that good.
Uh,
We're gonna talk a little bit more about Clemson tomorrow if you want to come on. But
okay. Okay.
Notre Dame also, because we gotta go there. So ain't no telling what it's gonna
Okay.
be like.
Okay.
Hold on.
Them two
Run
is
it
acknowledged. Them both
chop it
games are
up for
gonna
me
be
for a
toss ups
second.
though.
I'm finna
Every week.
resend this link to Chubb.
Okay. Yeah, I'm saying any way you spin it, those gonna be toss ups right there. So uh, it's more so about acknowledging any one of these teams that's obviously on paper ain't about squat, but they can put up an upset if we come in as not focused. I know Duke always coming in doing on some weird stuff, but I would say if anything, Pitt maybe Pitt or Virginia Tech with James Franklin trying to turn over a new regime, trying to set a new tone. We'll see what happens with that because the transfer portal is dynamic. So you can turn over a program overnight if you look like Kurt Signetti did with Indiana. Yeah, you can turn over a program overnight. James Franklin got the rapport, he got the reputation, and they ain't no telling if Virginia Tech got the bread, but they got something. So we'll see.
And I think a
We'll
lot
see, man.
of his players, some of the players from
They
Penn
transferring.
State, Yeah, I think some of the players in Penn State had transferred over there to him.
So yeah, he ain't doing much rebuilding. You doing just kind of you putting them final pieces in. If you got some outside money, some outside players that you want to bring in that you feel like that's confident that you confident is confident pieces. Chug.
You know, Rick. What
What's good,
up,
yeah?
Rick? I made it. What's up,
What's
DP?
good?
What it
What's
do?
good with y'all, man?
Just cooling,
I
man.
made it, bro. I said,
Man.
I done sent you one. You done sent me one back, and I thought you sent me one, but I had the other one. But you had the one that was in there, and I checked it, and I got kicked off of X, so it really wasn't in there. So they told me I couldn't check it, but I'm like, hold on, man, I got to be able to check my messages. But it was in there, though. It was in there. It was in there. It was in there. That's my bad. That's my
Real,
bad.
real.
That's my bad. So, but what's up with y'all, man? I heard you talking about Pitt, Reek. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
okay. What's up with that?
yeah, we
Yeah,
was
I know. Yeah, you a Steeler. Yeah, you a
just
Steeler.
going over the
I
cane
Yeah.
if
schedule.
anything. Yeah,
Yeah, we were just going over the
yeah
cane
I like
schedule
Pat
until we get
Narduzzi
to
over
the
there.
next squad.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah,
Okay. I got
Tariq trying to convince me that we was gonna go undefeated, but I like probably go 11-1 regular season. But hey,
And what I'm
if,
saying is because obviously we're not losing to Notre Dame or Clemson. So I'm trying to get him to if you feel like we're gonna lose to some team, who is gonna be that underdog team that you feel like gonna beat us? I
it
can't
gotta
see
be
it.
one of them. It gotta be
So
one of
and
them.
this said if you had to pick one, that's why I said if you're gonna pick anybody under the sun, yeah, I would Pitt.
Right. Pitt, yeah, one of them games, like type.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? We got Pitt. Pitt has a lot of local talent. They got a lot of guys. You gotta remember, we lost a defensive lineman. They lost a defensive lineman to Notre Dame, linebacker to Texas. But still got Cameron Lindsay there. I can't wait for y'all to see that dude ball, man, from Aliquippa. He from where Darrell Reeves went to high school from. That's all them boys do out there is ball out. And that's ain't much to really, I mean, I ain't gonna diss on Aliquippa and say there ain't much to do, but that's all they do year round out there type deal. But and I think that Pitt is solid. I'm looking at Pitt to be 8-4. I mean, they are my dark horse for the ACC, but I got them at a solid 8-4, which is they always do. But I think they can pull at least 9. Um, Looking at the schedule that Pitt has, Miami and Louisville, I think is some tough games, but I don't quite know what Virginia Tech's gonna look like with James Franklin, man. You know what I mean? So that could be one of them games too. So but I think Pitt's solid, man. I think you're gonna see a different scrappy team because they went and they got a lot more of them local young bucks to add in to bring some more of that Pittsburgh culture to the college team. You know what I'm saying? I like that. So I like what Narduzzi's doing this year.
You might well stick
yeah,
with Pitt then.
last year I seen Pitt. They went 8-5 last year, and they had a
Mhm.
6-2 ACC record. Man, old Pat
Mhm.
Narduzzi, he
Mhm.
been doing pretty all right. His 11 years at Pitt, man, 80-61 with a little over 500 winning percentage. The problem I have with Pat Narduzzi, man, he can't never keep. Well, I say this: he can never keep an explosive offense on this team, man. Defense always come to play, but the main problem, another problem with Pitt also is the D line and the offensive line. They usually be small, man,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't understand. I
What?
don't understand why a lot of times late in the season, Pittsburgh, they just fall off. They go in a losing streak sometimes. Like the year before, they went on like a 6 or 7 game losing streak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They
and the
start
one
off pretty
7
good
games
though.
started off pretty good, and then they went down. Like Rick was finna say that. I think it got a lot. I don't know. This probably could be maybe one of those things, but they start off with an easy schedule, bro. They start off playing a couple of teams, and they don't even go hard in the MAC. Like they starting off this year with Miami of Ohio. That's a
Right.
good MAC team. You know what I'm saying? But it's still Mac. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Last year they were
Yeah.
playing like Akron and them other squads that ain't gonna really give you no competition. You know what I'm saying? They start off real easy, no competition, and then they go into them dog fights and they ain't prepared. They ain't prepared to play
Right.
those NC States and in Miami, Clemson. Georgia Tech. You know what I mean? Because they ain't been in no dog fights yet. They ain't really faced no adversity. So I like how they kind of trying to start off this year. But I mean, the past with Pat Narduzzi, I can't argue with that. And I ain't like the comment he made last year. Like, how you gonna go in front of everybody and say we don't care if we lose to a team by 100? Like, like
Yeah,
what,
yeah,
what's he look like, dude?
yeah.
Like, that's wild.
And I see
That's
go ahead,
giving
Reed.
your team a way out. That's kind of giving them an out. Like, if y'all come out here and get y'all ass beat, it's okay. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it, guys. We want gonna win anyway. It's like you give them a participation trophy before they even get out here and play the damn game. That shit,
right.
you. It don't give a damn who we playing or who we is. Like, hey, we all men before we step out here on this field. So, hey,
Trying to
as
win.
long as you beat the man in front of you and do your job, ain't no telling. If you do that more times than not throughout the course of the game, we gonna win. So I ain't gonna go out here and tell my team that you essentially telling them that we can't win.
Right. That's a fact. That's a whole
That's
fact, bro.
crazy,
I'm
man.
with you on that. Like, I mean, bro, I think Pitt need to, I like what Pitt got going on. That's
You
I'm
went to their
always get,
roster, Chubb. Who
huh?
you said what's their roster looking? I mean, not roster, but
I'm glad you
schedule. What their
said
schedule looking like?
The schedule, I think we starting off for. I gotta get it pulled real quick for you, but
I'm here. I got you.
Okay,
Okay, go
bet.
ahead.
All right, so yeah, they opening up against, like you said, Miami of Ohio, but they got a good little matchup with UCF coming in with Scott Frost. So that's gonna
Mhm.
be a good test coming in. You got Syracuse, so Syracuse ain't they not coming to play. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna bring their lunch pail to work. Then you
Bucknell,
got
that's the one.
Bucknell, yeah, and Virginia Tech.
Man,
But yeah, but when you look at it from that perspective of I look from a Miami Hurricanes perspective. I'd be like, that ain't nothing. But if you look at it from a Pittsburgh Panthers schedule perspective, it's like a lot of these are good matchups that they can potentially lose. These are good matchups,
but
man.
I gotta give them a little credit too. They returning
Yeah.
11 starters, man. They
Yep.
got two defensive linemen, Jimmy Scott, Isaiah Neal, and they got
Mhm.
linebacker Braylon Love Lance. You feel me? Coming back. They
Lovelace,
got a lot of defensive players coming back.
Lovelace, Cameron Lindsay, Josh Garner,
Yeah,
Cruz
Mm-hmm.
man.
Brookins. Yeah, man, they got
And they
and
got that
they got
freshman
that boy.
quarterback. Is he
Mason
returning? Did he
Heinschel.
transfer? Yeah,
Yeah, Mason.
Heisel.
Yep.
Yes,
He's still
sir.
on
Yeah,
there.
he
He
coming
coming back.
back.
Zakarian
Yeah.
Turner
So
gonna be running route.
depending on how their ACC schedule look, they might make some noise, man. I could see them winning 8 or 9 games this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's to piggyback off what you said, because I know you said in the past the offenses wasn't looking too explosive. I'm expecting Mason Heinschel to change that this season. He might
Yeah.
I think he's gonna take a big leap because he was showing, little strides last season. So
Mhm.
I definitely think Mason Heisler gonna take the next step, and I think we're gonna see a a dude out there for sure. So
We got
mark my
Yeah, and they got
words.
Blue Hicks coming back. You feel me? He
yeah
made
Hicks,
some plays for them. So
Mm-hmm.
we gonna see what
Sincere Lee,
Kingsburg gonna
Tony
do.
Yep.
Kensler, and we got that boy Malik Knight transferred over too. Rich Ref senior transfer. He transferred over from West Carolina, but he's been at the camp as far as I've been looking into the camp. Well, I'm up here and I pay attention to pits. I'm sorry. I like
Nah,
the
you
teams
good,
that
you
ain't
good.
going so good, right? I got a
I'm
thing
a
for them
Cowboys
teams,
fan,
right?
bro.
But no, but West he transferred in from West Carolina, but he looking all right though. They a heavy pass team, so I'm looking for him to be able to come in and use some of that production. Older guy, yeah, he ain't that big. I think they got him listed at like 6 foot. You know what I mean, 180 pounds, something like that. But he all right though. He been looking good in camp. So hopefully that
What
wide receiver room and Mason being able to stretch the field. But I'm really looking at Jakarian Turner to have a big year this year, man.
Mm-hmm.
what's your record prediction on Chubb?
Carrying the ball.
For Pitt, oh, I gave it already, 8-4.
8-4. What
Yeah.
you got? What you got, Reed?
No, let me look back at this
Yeah.
schedule one more time. Give me about 4 seconds before I make this call.
Yeah, I said I can see them 8-4 or 9-3, depending on the
3.
ACC schedule they gotta play.
Yeah, I'm with Charles, bro. But I'm gonna go ahead and call mine. I think UCF, Syracuse, Tech. Well, I got 7-5. I'm looking at 7-5. So UCF, Syracuse. I think Virginia Tech gonna give them an L. We gonna give them an L, and I think Louisville gonna give them an L.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's pretty much what I was looking at. See, I'm looking at. So I'll call them. Too. All right, you got the schedule pulled up, right, Rick? All
Yep.
right. So, I got Louisville. That's an L. I don't know why Louisville.
It's just something
I don't
about
know
them
how that
boys,
Cal
man.
game gonna go. We got to go all the way over to Cal. I don't know how that
Oh,
Cal
yeah.
game's gonna go. Like
Mhm.
that's a leaning for me. That's one of them. Miami and and Virginia Tech with James Franklin. That scares me. That's the four right there that give me that. But I think we run through the rest of the schedule pretty good. And depending on how we play James Franklin and Virginia Tech, that's gonna give me all the ammo I need for to see how we gonna do against Cal late to close out the season going over there to Cal.
Hey, Pinellas Kane say Narduzzi 15 years in. How much more time does he get?
I'm gonna let the fan answer that. That's the fans' question.
That's
Man,
why
look,
I say, shoot, he
Narduzzi,
listen. Long as he get them 8
As long as he
wins, they
want to, I
probably all
feel.
right. But
Yeah.
we finna talk about Virginia now. They had the next best record in the ACC last season.
mm-hmm.
But Virginia, you feel me? Last year they went 11-3. They had a 7-1 ACC record. And to be real with you, I don't know if it's gonna be too pretty for them this upcoming season. They had a 99th ranked high school recruiting class this year, 1 4-star, 13 3-stars. The 44th first ranked portal class is looking ugly for them. 17th ranked ACC recruiting class, which is last in the ACC.
Yeah.
61st ranked in 2025, so they really ain't get that many studs. But top transfer player they got is Jalen McNair. He got 110 career tackles at Buffalo with 3 career interceptions, and they got Zion Wilson from ECU. He got 42 tackles and 7 career sacks. And they also got Prabula, if I pronounce that right, from Missouri, quarterback from Missouri. Yeah, got 67.
Bo Prabula.
Yeah, Bo Prabula.
Is it Prabula or Pribula or what?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Prabula.
Prabula. Country Reek got us. You feel me? I'm super country.
Prabula.
But Prabula, 67% completion, 1,941 passing yards, 11 TDs, 9 interceptions. I don't really know what Virginia gonna do this upcoming season, man. Tony Elliott in his 4th year, he's 22-26 at Virginia. He did make it to the ACC championship game last year, but them boy got smacked by Duke. And that boy Taylor that they had last year, the running back, I think he gone and he put up a lot of numbers for them. I don't know how they're gonna replace that production. But how y'all feeling about Virginia, man?
Me and Virginia, I'll let you go, Reek.
I feel like they're a basketball school.
I don't even feel like that. They ain't basketball. They ain't make enough noise to get that much respect.
That's why I said they more closer to being a basketball school than anything else. But your highlight is Bo Prabula coming over to play football for you. So I mean, I heard his name is bigger than his game, to be honest with you. So I don't feel like it's too much to be rooting for, because
that's a fact. Well, I mean, look, what Tony Elliott was able to do with Chad Morris last year, I mean, you know, we didn't expect that to happen with Chad Morris last year.
I ain't gonna lie, Morris was nice at TCU.
No, I said, hold on.
He was nice at TCU. I can't knock Morris. You know, he had a little game at TCU.
Yeah, he did his little thing a little bit.
He carried that thing though, didn't he?
Yeah. Like you said, he carried this season. I didn't see him kind of. He was kind of his little shoulders a little sore.
Use them wheels that I think he gonna try to depend on. I think Pribula, he gonna try to depend on Pribula legs
more to run. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then they get a transfer over from Tennessee.
Oh,
running back.
That's gonna be a slow offense. Hold on, I'm there. Give me a second.
Lewis.
Possibly.
Lewis.
I'm looking at their schedule right now. In the first 4 games, NC
Peyton Lewis from Tennessee. Yeah, Peyton Lewis.
Yeah,
got nice size to him, 6'1", 212.
Right. So they plan on Tony Elliott plan on getting physical and depending on that defense, trying to keep that score low. I think that, and their schedule is favorable for that. You look at their schedule.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. The first 4 games, I got them at 2-2.
You got them at 2-2. They're gonna drop NC State,
Norfolk State, West Virginia, and Delaware. I see a loss at NC State, and I see them losing to West Virginia. But Norfolk State and Delaware, I feel like they're gonna win those.
Really?
Then you got that rematch against Florida State, man. FS Pool, I feel sorry for you, man. I got Virginia smacking y'all, man.
That's that rival talking.
And then they got Syracuse, dog. Man, how y'all
Yep.
feeling so far? Before I go on, before I with Virginia.
Look, I mean, I think they get West Virginia. I think that's a rivalry game. I don't think they let the Mountaineers get them. Rich Rod got some work to do. I don't think that they really. I think this is his bounce back year. I think Rich Rod, but I don't know. I think Virginia gets West Virginia though. I'm with you on the other losses. I think I got them at 3-1 in their first 4 though. That's the only one.
We talking about Virginia? We segueing, or we talking about
Yeah, we talking about
West
Virginia right
Virginia?
now. We on Virginia.
Okay,
West Virginia on their schedule.
Right. Yeah, but y'all talking about how many games or who they gonna lose or that matchup.
Yeah, we just going over the schedule right now.
Shit.
You got?
Well, I got it. Yeah, I got it up. I was just trying to see.
Yeah, I was just letting you pull it up. Go ahead and take a look at it and let us know how you feel. We was talking about the first 4 games.
Yeah, that's 2-2.
Okay.
Yeah, NC State gonna give them an L. I feel like West Virginia gonna give them an L. Florida State gonna give them an L. Syracuse gonna give them an L. SMU gonna give them an L. Yeah, these are all L's.
Now the Florida State and Syracuse, you got to hold up. Wait a minute, let me Pippen in it, man. Florida State, they don't even want nobody talking about football right there down there right now. It's looking ugly down there. They got a
little bit of respect.
They got Auburn back up as they starter. They got Auburn back up as they starter, so we don't know what Florida State got going on. Mike Norvell ain't let nobody in the building. He don't know cameras. Don't talk about football in Tallahassee right now. Unless
number one about
Mike Norvell getting up out of there.
Number Florida Seminole football. Don't talk about Florida Seminole.
I can't.
Syracuse might take an L too because they don't. Fran Brown. They don't even know if they got a quarterback. What you finna say, Chubb?
I'm just saying. I don't see. I think they're gonna drop. I don't know. I had Virginia winning what 6 games last season, 5-6. Tony Elliott, he know how to work some magic. That man is a magic maker, man. I don't know, man. Tony Elliott, I ain't sleeping on Virginia this year. I ain't sleeping on the Cavaliers.
I got them at 4-2 right now, Chubb. I got them at 4-2
on them. You know what I'm saying? I think SMU might get them, but I think they get Florida State and Syracuse. I think they get Fran Brown's team, and that's at home too. And I don't know if Florida State. I think that Duke matchup might give them a little bit of problems. Don't sleep on Wake Forest neither, bro. Don't be sleeping on them boys, man. Because I just don't know because they play them good too. But
yeah, I was being a little extra. I ain't gonna lie. I just was kind of rolling down. But yeah, I think for sure Virginia Tech is gonna give them an L. North Carolina. Cal is going to be a good game. I think Wake Forest is going to be a good game.
Yeah,
Duke is going to give them a fight. That's why I feel like a lot of it is going to be competitive.
That's when they get real.
It gets competitive for them. These are a lot of games that's going to be kind of toss-ups that they can win, but they may be slightly outmatched, but they can win them. So it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, I'll give them a 500. They may be looking at 500 for a good season.
Oh, you on 6-6 with it?
Yeah, for a good season.
All right. I think I'm right there, which I go 7-5.
Yeah, I go 6-6. Best case scenario 7-5 with Virginia, dog. But shoot, while we talking about Duke, man, we're gonna go ahead and move on to Duke, dog. Let me get my paper right. Duke last year, ACC champions, Buffalo. They stole and snuck their way in there, but they did their thing. Can't get mad at them. Went 9-5, 2025. Finished 6-2 record in the ACC. It's a lot of teams finished 6-2 in the ACC, as y'all can see from the list that I sent y'all, which is crazy work. But this upcoming recruiting class, Duke had the 68th ranked 2026 class, which is nasty. 2 4-stars, 13 3-stars. You feel me? No, that's what Manny Diaz gonna do. Sorry I had to do you like that, Manny, but you had McCain looking bad. The 16th ranked in the ACC, so they second to bottom far as in the recruiting class. 58th portal class, so they ain't shake back. You feel me? They looking stank out there. I'm on Duke nasty. I don't like Duke. They had the 27th class in 2025 and the 63rd ranked portal class 2025. And they are facing significant roster turnover, man. But they are bringing back their leading rusher, Nate Shepard. He had 1,000 yards last year. And they got a transfer running back from Michigan, CJ Campbell Jr. He had 165 carries, 844 rushing yards, and 11 rushing touchdowns. And my bad, he came from Rutgers. You feel me? He transferred from Rutgers. But dog, I don't know, man. I don't know about Duke, man. They also got a transfer quarterback, Walker Eggett. If I pronounce that right, he was at San Jose State, not San Jose State, but San Jose University. Yeah, he had 3,000 passing yards, 17 touchdowns, 9 INTs, man. I don't know what Manny Diaz gonna do, man.
Yeah, but I mean, where the wide receiver from, though? Dog? What he from, like Penn? What?
Who talking about, the quarterback?
No, they got a transfer wide receiver in from like Penn. I think they heavily depended on him to be like a starter. I don't even think he coming in for the depth for the wide receiver room over there.
Yeah, man, they depleted right now.
Yeah,
career record. You feel me? Career record, Manny Diaz, 39-24. Duke, I gotta give him some credit though. At Duke, he 18-9 in 2 seasons with Duke, and he an ACC championship coach.
ACC champion.
I give him that much credit, but right now, this upcoming season, they looking Dookie, and we can all go to the roster. I mean, the schedule. I keep saying roster. I don't know why I say that. We go to the schedule right now. If I'm gonna give y'all time to know, pull up the schedule.
Tough. It's tough. They starting off right. They got Tulane at home. Starting off.
Mm-hmm.
Then they go on. then they go on the road to go play Illinois in the Big Ten. Then they got Stanford at home, then William and Mary. So dude,
I'm gonna say this about the Tulane game though. Their head coach,
because he went to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, their head coach went to Florida. So I don't know how the new head coach. I don't even know who their new head coach is. So I don't know how that's gonna look or how his scheme and game plan going. You feel me? You know, is the players gonna easily adapt to the new game plan and the new regime that the coach is bringing in, or is Tulane gonna be a different Tulane than what we usually see? So it's a chance that Duke can go in there and win that. I think they won the last time they played them last year.
Mm-hmm.
No, they lost. They lost against Tulane last year. Probably so. That's probably one of.
Hold on, let me get you. I'm right here. Hold on. Duke. What? I ain't saying that game. Hold on.
I got Duke starting out hot this year. I think they'll start off hot. You know what I mean? My prediction is Duke starts off hot, and then they go on the losing streak. I think that's what Duke. I think that's what happened to Manny this year, because the first couple games, like he said, Tulane, Illinois. I think that
they beat Duke last year.
I feel like Illinois is gonna smack them.
Yeah, they beat Duke 34-27 last year.
Yeah, I think Illinois is gonna smack them, but I can see them going 3-1 starting off. But it all depends on how Manny Diaz got that roster, because right now he ain't did nothing in the portal.
Yeah.
The portal looking nasty for Duke. They got a 58 ranked portal class, so you basically brought in a whole bunch of 3 stars.
Yeah, and I mean,
they believe in something because they gave him that extension, so they gave him something. They believe in something.
He wanted. He got him. Luckily, got him to the dance as far as the ACC championship game and won, which helped us out in the long run.
That's what got him that extension. To be honest, though, that's what got him that extension.
Yeah, that what got him that extension. So I really can't hate on him too much, because he did help us get up in there. Without helping us get up in there. He ain't beat Virginia. Ain't no telling, man. They might have did us dirty with the Notre Dame. Even though we beat Notre Dame.
Lord.
And I feel like they'll beat Stanford. They'll beat William and Mary. You feel me? So yeah, I got them at 3-1 to start off.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you get to Georgia Tech, North Carolina, and then you got at Virginia.
So I think that's where it gets tough for me. I think Virginia. I think Virginia gets them. Boston.
I think Georgia Tech is a little too physical for them, and I think they're gonna impose their will, because Georgia Tech plays that physical brand of football. So I don't think. I think they intend to slow the game down with Duke, and I think they're gonna kind of pound the rock on them.
He lost a lot on that defense, man. I mean, Manny Diaz, he is defensive minded coach, though, right? So I mean, but he did. It's how tough do you think it's gonna be able to? Because Chandler Rivers gone, right? Chandler Rivers, he gone. He bye-bye. Caleb Weaver, he gone. He bye-bye. Trey Freeman, that linebacker they had, gone. Both his pass rushers, Williams and Vincent, gone. They both gone. You know what I'm saying? And with that number 99, I don't think he there neither. You know what I'm talking about? The defensive tackle they had last year. I do. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He ain't there.
I can't remember his name.
All right, but yeah, like I can't remember.
I know you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
I remember his number though, 99, but he ain't there. I don't think he there. You know what I'm saying? So he lost a. That's big when you lose your defensive line. Although I think he's probably replacing them with guys who were already there on that roster. But I mean, that's a lot to lose. Chandler Rivers ain't no slight. I mean, you could. I look at Chandler Rivers as being one of the best corners that's in this year's draft. He wasn't no joke. Chandler Rivers was nice. He was nice. Chandler Rivers is nice. I ain't gonna lie.
That's potential third, second round, third round draft pick.
They got 8 straight ACC conference games. So, it's gonna be a tough one, man. After William Mary, they got Georgia Tech, North Carolina, Virginia. All those games could be toss up, but I ain't been hearing too much good coming out of North Carolina. They had a pretty decent high school recruiting class though this upcoming season,
right?
But I feel like Georgia Tech might get them. North Carolina, that's a rivalry game. But I think North Carolina can get them. Old Bill Belichick, but you never know. It all depends on how that quarterback come out there and look. And Virginia, that's a toss up, but I do feel like they can win Boston College. But they gonna catch an L at NC State. Miami, we're gonna bust their head. I feel like Clemson gonna bust their head. And Wake Forest, I think they got a new head coach, and Wake Forest gonna get them.
You think Wake Forest gonna get them?
Yeah, Wake Forest might get them. They got a new head coach. They got that guy coming from Washington State. His first year gonna be there.
Yeah, I like Wake Forest, bro. I liked what they had cooking last year. I like it's Robbie Ashford, that quarterback. He coming back in.
For Wake Forest, I'm not sure what quarterback coming back.
So I think so.
Yeah, I like
Ashford. You can just look into it real quick before we move on.
In my roster.
I like Robbie Ashford. I like his play. You know what I'm saying? So I think I can't remember. I'm gonna look it up though too. I think he is set. To come back.
He's still there.
Is he?
I think so. Yeah, he's coming back.
All right.
A redshirt senior though.
That's crazy. Cause they got a couple of guys who they coach. What is this? Jake Dickert? That how you pronounce it?
Yeah, that's what his name, Jake Dickert.
Okay.
He was 23-20 at Washington State. 8-4 last year.
I mean,
so we're gonna get into old Georgia Tech right now, man.
Georgia Tech
was 9. Georgia Tech was 9-4 in 2025. Had a 6-2 ACC conference record. This upcoming season they had the 41st ranked portal class. 3 4-stars, 21 3-stars, 10th in the ACC. They had a 29th ranked portal class, so they did a little work in the portal. They got Alberto Mendoza, the little brother of Fernando Mendoza, might be the starter, but hey, he ain't won the job yet. I ain't gonna stamp on it, but hey, he might be the starter for them. So we don't know what the youngster Mendoza gonna do out there. He better be able to use his legs because Hayes King, he did it all for them. The last couple of years, Hayes King was at Georgia Tech. That young man was balling. He was doing his thing. So I don't know if Georgia Tech gonna be able to repeat that with young Mendoza. I'm gonna just call him young Mendoza. And they also got Justice Haynes from Michigan, running back. Last season had 121 carries, 857 rushing yards, and 10 rushing TDs in 2025. And linebacker EJ Lightsley. 103 career tackles and 1 INT. So Brett Key, I feel like Brett Key, he like to play that hard-nosed football, rough you up, get it out of the mud in the trenches. But I don't know what he gonna bring this year, man. 27-20 in 4 years at Georgia Tech. So he lose a lot of games and he win a lot of games, man. But last season was a pretty decent season for Georgia Tech, and the year before that. So we're gonna see, man, what Brett Key gonna bring to the table. How y'all feeling about Georgia Tech?
Man, they ass, man. Georgia Tech is doo-doo. What you call it? What you call it? Take you say it for me one time, DP.
Buffalo.
That's what they is. That's what they is. That's what Georgia Tech
Always smell like doo-doo.
He went and got a transfer, bro. He went and got a transfer, wide receiver. Now I ain't gonna lie, dude. He's 6'4", 200 pounds from Elon. Where's Elon at? What's that?
That's in the Carolinas. I don't
know. Oh, you
exactly
do know where that's at. That's good for you.
Yeah, that's in the well, they like a D3 school. Only reason I know because you feel they used to be on the game in 2005.
Okay. Okay. That's what he went and got. And then he went and got a JVM Plummer, the 6'3" wide receiver from Cal. But he ain't really got no experience. He only had 2 catches, 80 some yards, 1 touchdown. Then they depending on the transfer they got from Alabama, Jalen Mbakwe, the cornerback. They depended on dude to play wide receiver. He was a corner last year. They want him to come from Alabama to play receiver over there. That's what they want him to do. I'm serious. Look it up yourself. You fact check. Go ahead and fact check it. While I'm talking.
You good.
Then they went and got some more depth. 5'9", then they went and got some more depth, and guess where he got him from? He was at Bowling Green and Delaware State. That's what we talking about. And then so now he went and got an offensive tackle for depth, and guess where his offensive tackle came from? Appalachian State. And then so
man, you slandering these.
So this all I'm saying. I ain't saying that Brent Key do well, right? He does well with building a physical brand of football. He does. But what I'm saying, when you lose Jamal Hayes King, JT Byrne, Keelan Rutledge was the heart and soul of that offensive line. Huh?
No. Yeah, he was a dog.
Yeah. And then you ain't got Malik Rutherford at receiver no more, and you ain't got Eric Rivers at receiver no more. You got to replace that. Georgia Tech is in for something. Brent Key got his hands full with that team this year. Believe that. He got his hands full with that team this year. Man. Now and then you take.
So I gotta ask you one question though. You saying that because they play Colorado first game?
No, I'm saying this because I'm saying this simply because. First of all, they got not only he got to go see that man. They starting off
they got 19 transfers coming in there, and that's why they probably ranked 29th in the portal class.
Huh?
They ranked 29th in the portal for a reason, Chuck. They got 19 transfers coming in. It might make some noise now.
Now hold on, I'm gonna tell you
because at the same token, you see they lost Jamal Hayes.
Where the depth come in at is on defense. That's what y'all talking about. See, that's that defense. Because you got the dude from Louisville, you got the dude from Nebraska, from Cincinnati, Alabama, defensive end, Noah Carter. That's where that come from, that defense. But then he got his hands full with that offense. That offense got to move the ball too. You know what I'm saying? Alberto Mendoza. I get Alberto Mendoza. He could roll. The dude can roll. I mean, he came in and played garbage duty, though. You know what I'm saying? Up there in the Big Ten. He came in and he would, you know what I'm saying? When they was blowing him out, he come in for a couple of plays. He threw, 24 passes. He completed 18 of those for like 70. So he was 75% on that. How many passing yards the dude have last year? I got it written down. 286. He had 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. He ran the ball 13 times, 190 yards, and had 1 touchdown. That's what Alberto Mendoza did. Now, I ain't saying he just not proven. He's on the same thing that we had to do with Arch Manning last year, right? He ain't did nothing yet in the ACC. I mean, I get it. He kind of played in the Big Ten cleanup duty style, you know what I'm saying? And he ran the offense efficiently. I'm not saying that he's bad, but when you got that schedule, so he got
a schedule pulled up.
Yeah.
Man, hold on. I damn sure did. I just went off of it because I was because he was because man he was going in, bro, about these transfers, bro, and I got to interject, bro, because I can't just let you go down on Malachi Hosey like that, man. Malachi Hosey is a running back from Penn, bro. He was Ivy League Player of the Year, bro. Offensive Player of the Year. Finalist for 2024 Walter Payton Award, man. Best
I ain't gonna let you go down on him.
Third team All America as a sophomore, man.
Rookie
of the Year, man. Come on, dog.
He was there.
Look at that schedule. They finna bust Colorado first game.
With some physicality, bro. I'm telling you, they finna double down on this physicality.
They finna bust Colorado first game.
They finna run the hell out this hoe, boy. I'm telling you, they finna run them little boys.
I see how light them boy was.
Hold on, now, these rocks in their pockets, man. I'm telling you. They gonna have these backs, bro. Watch these backs. Jericho Hosey and Justice Haynes, they both gonna run Rothschild.
So now we got it. So we think we gotta worry about Malachi Hosey. So the same thing. So we finna sit here and say a dude from Penn that was Penn FCS All-American, right?
Hear me, bro.
But then, hold on, no. But then you want to play with Colorado, though, right? But then y'all want to play with Colorado and say that Colorado ain't gonna do nothing with all them FCS All-Americans, huh? No,
they light. They too light.
Respectfully,
they look like a high school team,
respectfully, we're gonna null and void that. So we're gonna null and void that respectfully, because you can't say on one hand somebody from Penn, FCS All-American running the ball is going to go off, but then say that they're not.
You was acknowledging. You was refusing to acknowledge all of these transfers that they brought up just because they was coming from these low.
No, I brought in
but you're not acknowledging the cachet that some of these players that's coming up here with, bro.
But I'm saying
Marty Brown came in that same light when Marty Brown stepped up in this thing, but Marty Brown came in and earned his stripes, dog.
I could drop that same thing in Colorado. They got a lot of FCS All-Americans, a lot of Missouri Conference got All-Americans and all that. I could drop the same thing on them.
I trust Brett Key O-line more than I trust Dion O-line. I trust Brett Key D-line more than I trust Dion D-line.
We ain't about to play that. We ain't about to play that today. Why now? Just because I came up here ready,
you don't want to play that because
talk about the Georgia Tech and who they got on their schedule. We gonna go automatically to Colorado, but y'all know
that's the first game, Joe. We gonna talk about the schedule. That's the first game.
They not avoid. I'm worried about Tennessee. I'm looking at Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at
Tennessee. An L for Tennessee.
You know what I'm saying? Virginia Tech, Duke, all them teams that they got too, with all this coming in. But I mean, that's okay though. That's cool. But don't say that they not gonna be FCS All-Americans. Don't say an FCS All-American and then say because it's great FCS All-American.
You was going down. You was going down, going in on them boys, man.
Yeah,
you started your rant with them boys trash.
Yeah,
and then to talk about all the players that he brought this player from nowhere. Like he brought him from Neverland. Like we got damn sprinkling fairy dust or something.
We gonna keep it all the way real. I ain't worried about the Colorado game. Like even if they do steal the Colorado game, they got Tennessee, they got Duke, they got Virginia Tech, they got Pitt, they got Louisville, they got Clemson. You know what I'm saying? They got a tough schedule, and they got Georgia. Dog, they got a tough ass schedule. So we, you know what I mean? Like, so we can now avoid the Colorado game. Look at the rest of the schedule. Look at the rest of the Georgia Tech schedule. They got a hell of a schedule. Brent Key got his
looking at the schedule, I can see them going 6-6 or 7-5. Looking at the schedule, but the ACC so weird. You never know. But they got that back end of that schedule get a little real. They got Pitt, Louisville, Clemson, Wake Forest, then
Georgia. That stank a little bit.
Hella stank
a little bit.
Like you say, boy, that FCS might not save them, Chubb.
Yeah, but I want to say, like, look, but my point, bro. I ain't even get to put my disclaimer out there before Reed just jumped off the porch like, what's up, Charles?
No, I'm just saying, bro, you got to respect them, man. They work on their craft, man. Like, they work hard to take these steps. So you like, he come from.
But and to Reed's point, bro, Miami last year got a Walter Payton Award winner from the FCS level. Mark Brown.
Colorado then.
Marty Brown was
for Colorado then. How come you can't fix your face and say the same thing for Colorado?
Because we ain't talking about Colorado right now.
I'm just saying though that we
talking about Colorado, and you said what you was saying about. I would have got on here and be like, hold on. Because they got these transfers from here. This man got this accolade, that accolade. You can't just sit on this man like that. I would do the exact same thing when you talking about Colorado.
Because if he was really like that, then he wouldn't have been going to no damn Georgia Tech. He'd be somewhere else. If he was really like that,
he moving up a level though, Chuck. He going from Penn,
just like they moving up a level. Just like they moving up a
You
level.
right and you wrong at the same time.
Just like they moving up a level though.
They is moving up a level, but bro.
He said he's supposed to move at the big time. He's supposed to be at Miami. That's what he said. He's supposed to be at Miami.
Respectfully, bro. Like that's null and void, though. Respectfully, that's null and void because we can't talk about the dudes that coming from the FCS and be all Americans running the ball all over people like Clemson and Georgia and Pitt and Louisville. And like they gonna do something. Like, come on, bro. We can't do that.
Yeah,
look, we just talking football. We could take Colorado out of the equation, right? So if we're gonna do that for one school, then let's do it for all the schools. All them boys that come from Yale and Penn and Brown and Elon, let's give them all respect then.
No,
okay.
Listen, the reason why I just can't do that because some of those schools might have more to put around those players. You feel me? Colorado don't really got nothing to put around some of the players they getting. You don't got your best offensive lineman with the LSU. Now he looking like a freakazoid.
Let's take Colorado out of the equation, though. Let's take Colorado. Remove Colorado.
Look at that dude, man. Look at Jordan Seated, bro.
But now go. What's your recommendation for Georgia Tech, Chuck?
Remove Colorado from the conversation.
We have.
So they the one team. They the one team, right? So y'all telling me that they're the one team that when they get FCS transfers, you can't look at them being from the FCS.
No, I look at Stanford the same way. I don't see Stanford getting a whole bunch of FCS players and making a difference.
I'm just saying, any school that get them FCS players, they moving up. So we're gonna show all of them, right?
You just shitted on him, though. That was my whole thing. I'm just
I did. I'm
not saying you wrong, but damn,
because y'all didn't even let me get done with my take before you just respectfully just cut me off. Like I was already about to go into the whole schedule of what they got. Like null and void Colorado out of this. The teams that they got after Colorado.
I got them going 6-6.
And we acknowledge it.
A Louisville.
I got them going 6-6.
All of that. They got all those teams that they have to play. Georgia. You know what I mean? Respectfully, like they got all them teams, dog.
What's your record prediction?
So from every team, for who? Georgia Tech.
Yeah, we can move on to the next team.
I got them at 6. I got them at 6-6.
What about you, Reed?
Shit, 7. They got 7 L's. I see 7 L's.
I see 7 and 5.
5 and 7.
I see 7 L's. Yeah.
Oh, we got 5 and 7. I ain't mad at that neither. I can see that too.
I can see that easily.
Call them, Rick.
Georgia, Clemson, Louisville, Pitt, Virginia Tech, Duke, and Tennessee.
Damn.
Duke can be a toss-up.
Yeah, that's what I'm at with that too. I was 50-50, but I gave them that Duke game.
I'm giving it to Duke on that one though. But I'm going based off Chubbs, bro. You kind of swayed me a little bit. they lost a lot of up front, man. So I might have to I was thinking that Duke would probably lose that game with the physicality, but they did lose a lot up front. But hopefully, if Georgia Tech can maintain a lot of that, they can get that dub. But yeah, Duke. Duke might. I'm gonna take that back. Duke might get that L. It might be a dub for Duke. It's gonna be 5. 7 and 5. Yeah, 5 and 7. I mean,
5 and 7. He going. Greg going 5 and 7. All right.
Yeah, I got 6.
And I was high on him at first
too. Though, man. Move on to old SMU, dog. SMU got the 32nd ranked high school recruiting class in 2026. They got 7 4-star players, 16 3-stars. The 6th ranked ACC class. The 36th ranked portal class, man. Returning key players like Kevin Jennings, 3,641 passing yards last season with 26 passing touchdowns, 13 INTs. And they got returning linebacker Brandon Barker, 69 total tackles last year, and Kendrick Raphael with 232 carries last season, 943 rushing yards, 13 rushing touchdowns. He transferred from the University of California. So SMU, they got a little stick, man. Coach Rhett Lashley, he been handling business since he been at SMU, 38-16 in 4 years. So we know that guy. We real familiar with that guy, Henry. You know, Rhett Lashley. We know who he is.
Over it. He's stealing all our damn transfers, all our players, man. That's mini Miami over here.
You feel me? South Miami University or Southern Miami University, however you want to call it.
Southern Miami University.
Hurt my feelings last year. That game hurt my feelings. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, how you feeling about SMU, Chubb?
Huh?
How you feeling about SMU? They was 9-4 last year. They went 6-2 in the ACC.
Yeah, like they was 9-4 last year, and I think they had a decent squad too. And I think this year they lost a lot. They lost a lot, man. Hey, I mean, when you look at RJ Maryland with his production, Jordan Hudson with his production, don't forget the other dude, number 3, he going off the offense. But I think, you know, with the guys that they bringing back, and then he got Kevin Jennings still there. I think they leaning on a transfer running back to come in, Kendrick Raphael or something like that. I believe his name is. I just had it up too. But anyway, yeah. So I think they depended on him to come in and be able to produce on that offense. So I think the offense is slight, but they on that defense, they ain't got Isaiah Smith, Terry Webb, Joffrey and Barber, Cameron Robinson, Ahmad Moses. Deuce, them guys gone. They lost a lot on that D, but it is Rent Lashley's team, and it is SMU. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be fair with SMU and say that I think that they always gonna end up with a winning season type of deal. Now I got their schedule. I'm just glancing at their schedule. I think they got a really favorable schedule. I think that they don't play y'all this year. They skated on that one. They only have Florida State, Louisville, and Notre Dame. I think will be their toughest games, man. I think they got another 9-win season.
Yeah, looking at their schedule, first game Florida State. I think they'll bust Florida State, man. Florida State, it just look bad down there right now in Tallahassee, man. I don't know how to call it, bro. We probably gonna talk a little bit more about Florida State on part 2, but yeah, I feel like that's a W for SMU. UC Davis, that must be a community college or something. I don't even know who. I don't know who UC Davis is. How you feeling? How you feeling about it? Reed?
That's in California.
California.
Yeah, that's California.
How you feeling about it, Reed?
Oh man, like you said, man, they skated by because they was gonna get a revenge game, man. It's gonna be a revenge game. We were definitely looking to goddamn get our revenge on that because we weren't supposed to lose that game. But like you said, they losing a lot, man. They look like coming in. The schedule ain't as tough. Looking at like you say, you see they like that's a baseball school, bro. You know what I mean? So like they pretty good at baseball. So the schedule looks kind of light for them. You see that they put that boy on the baseball hat, dog.
I'm gonna be real, man. I gotta give SMU a little bit more credit than that, man.
What you thinking, man?
The only reason why I gotta give them a little bit more credit, bro, because they came to the ACC first season kicking butt.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like from a G5 conference. That make the ACC look bad for real. You let a team that came from the G5 level come in your league and go. And they made it to the ACC championship the year before.
That's just like you see you walking up encountering an alien for the first time. You ain't never seen this alien before in your life. You don't know how to handle this motherfucker. Big 12 offices is different. You know what I'm saying? The Big 12 offices is different. They ain't know how to adjust to them offenses. I guarantee you this season it's gonna be a little bit. They're gonna have some film on them. They're gonna know how to adjust to them. They fast, bro. Big 12 offenses, they rolling. It's they spreading that boy out, and it's quick.
I think they came from the American Conference, Reed.
Bro, they came from the Big. They was in the Big 12.
Nah, SMU was in the American Conference.
There's American Athletic.
Yeah, they was in the American Athletic G5. They came from the G5. They wasn't in no P4 before they got to the ACC. They made ACC look. They made the ACC team look bad. them boys first year came in that thing. Yo, ACC championship. Now Clemson beat them, but Clemson was looking a little shaky in the game too.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Clemson almost lost. And then when they got busted against Texas in the playoffs, that boy, I don't know what he got going on out there, man. But SMU, their schedules do not look that hard. They got Florida State, UC Davis. I feel like Louisville might get them, but it still could be a toss-up.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at the schedule total, just to call it out, Missouri State, Boston College, Virginia, California, Syracuse, Virginia Tech, Wake Forest. Feel like Notre Dame gonna bust them also, and then Stanford, bro.
I think that SMU gonna be in the ACC championship. I don't see too many teams that's gonna beat these boys on this schedule. Ain't too many teams on this schedule. I see them losing 2 games on this schedule.
Yeah, I see them losing 2 to 3 games, man.
I said that. I said 9. I said that 9 games. I'm like, because I mean, look, the Notre Dame. Even if you go like Notre Dame and Louisville, say they're gonna beat them. I mean, got to be another
Virginia
one
Tech
on
gonna
there.
be tough for them also.
Virginia Tech.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a tough out.
Mm-hmm. I'm willing to not give that one over until I see that one. But
yo, you want to see how
to
give up 2.
James Franklin look?
Yeah, we gonna by week 1 I beat him. Yeah, that boy did something special out here. We gonna see though.
Cause didn't he take his quarterback with him, Ethan Gunkenmeyer? Didn't he take them?
I think so. They take everybody with them when they go.
Ethan Gunkenmeyer from Penn. I don't know. I mean, ACC be really unpredictable, man. It be, it's really y'all should be running away with it, but y'all run away with it. Clemson, like I always say this about the ACC, man. Miami, Clemson, Florida State ain't even. I don't know what's going on.
Can't even put a stamp on Clemson no more, Chuck.
Right, like that's what I'm saying. Like
they
that's
not
what
even
I'm saying. So
no
it's
bro.
like I don't know.
Reputation.
How many 6-2 teams again? And that's proven by record.
How many? Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-2 teams from last year.
That's insane in the conference. That's crazy. So that sums it all up right there. 6, you got five teams that go 6-2 inside of the conference. So it's like that. But I think that, I think those 2 good teams right there, Louisville and Notre Dame, I think can beat SMU. But other than that, I mean, and I think they may have a tough out with either. And this was going to surprise y'all, either Cal or Virginia. I think one of those other ones they may drop. But I see a 9-game easy one, man. Easy 9 wins on the schedule for SMU, even with losing who they lost. Because it's Rent Lashley, it's SMU. They got that oil money down there, man.
Yeah, I got them either 9-3 or 10-2. I ain't gonna count. We're gonna move on to Louisville, man. I know y'all don't mind talking about them boys, because offense, they gonna have something to work with on offense for. I don't know
where Rico, bro.
I don't know what happened. He'll probably be back. He'll probably come back in here. But Louisville, they had the 48th ranked recruiting class in 2026 with 3 4-stars, 16 3-stars, the 12th ranked class in the ACC. We got the 18th ranked transfer portal class. So I see they got some dogs in there. And key returning players and additions. You got Isaac Brown. That man is a dog. 101 carries, 884 rushing yards, and 7 touchdowns in 9 games. He got hurt in the season, so you feel me? He would have played a full season. I know he would have had 1,000 yards. That boy be getting busy. I know he run like a 4.2, man. The man from Homestead, man. That man, he's the truth. And you feel me? He's serious. And then they got LaWayne McCoy, transfer from Florida State. He's a nice wide receiver also.
Who we on right now? Louisville, right? That's what we on, Louisville?
Yeah, we on Louisville, man. They was 9-4 last season and went 4-4 in the conference, which is crazy work. And we lost to them. I hate that.
DP, what was their portal class again, bro? What were they ranked in the portal class?
They had the 18th ranked portal class.
Yeah, because they went heavy. He went all Jeff Brown went heavy in there. He went heavy in the portal for sure. He definitely went heavy there. they schedule, man. Louisville scheduled. That's why I gotta see their schedule before I give a record prediction on Louisville, because I know Jeff Brom, even though they had lost what I don't really want to Lacey, the receiver. I think Chris Bell, that's big. Him and Lacey both being gone. I think that's big for that offense. Don't know if they're gonna replace that. The defensive backs, they got some of their defensive backs are gone. They lost a lot of those guys. What was his name? Couple names out there: D'Angelo Hudson, JoJo Evans, I think his name was. And he got Miller Moss. Despite what everybody think about Miller Moss, I thought he was all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna diss on Miller Moss because I thought he was solid. I thought Miller Moss was solid quarterback, even coming from SC, going over there and with Jeff Brom. Thought he did all right. I forgot about him, but Chris Bell and Lacey, I don't know if any of his receivers is going to give him that production that Chris Bell was able to in that offense. He was a monster in this offense.
Yeah,
he was a
monster in this offense. That jumper ate us up.
That man was a problem.
Cooking us.
Rick, you echoing, bro.
Yeah,
man, I'm having some technical difficulties over here, man.
Do your thing, my boy. I ain't
do your thing. Get it right. But I think they got so they starting off DP. I think they starting off with Ole Miss. Then they got Villanova, SMU, Wake Forest, NC State. They at NC State. They got Florida State at home.
SMU. They got Florida State at home.
At Syracuse. Stanford at home, at Georgia Tech, at North Carolina, Pitt, and then they at Kentucky to finish the season off. I think one.
And I see they got returning defensive lineman Cleve Lubin. He had 8.5 sacks last season. And you feel me? They got a transfer quarterback. Seemed like he was Ohio State backup. Lincoln Ken Holtz. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Lincoln Ken Holtz.
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it.
I don't know. That sound right to me. I know who you're talking about. Though.
But he a backup, man. You feel me? So, but one thing I will say, Jeff Brom, he a good head coach, so I'm pretty sure he can be able to get him right. But ain't no guarantee he's gonna win the job neither. But right. Jeff Brom, 12 years, 94 and 56 career record with a .627 winning percentage. 27 and 12 at Louisville, man. One thing I'm gonna say about Jeff Brom, he might not always have his team ready to play the bad games, but one thing I will say, when it's a top 25 team, for the most part, he gonna have them boys up to play, man. He might spoil your season like he did in Miami. Almost did in the Miami season, dog.
Now I ain't gonna diss. Now, this is something also to keep in mind, right? Because we talked about it a lot. Although I think they got a couple of Kentucky, he got a guy from Kentucky, he got a guy from Delaware, he got a guy from Boston College on the O-line. They are replacing our offensive line, and that, but it is Jeff Brom, and in that system, we'll see what happens. I think he's very strategic in the way that he recruits his guys, right, in his offense. So I will give him that, but they went real portal heavy. And when you do that, you gotta say it for every team, right? If you say it for one, you gotta say it for all. But I believe in Jeff Brom, though. I like him, but they definitely went portal heavy, and they replaced that whole offensive line out of the portal. And when you do that, can be shaky, right? Let's just call it what it is. Can be shaky when you replacing your whole offensive line out of the portal, not even plug and play, not even for depth. You know what I mean? Like a lot of his guys that he got out of the portal, I believe he's looking at to put on the field. These are, what I like to call them, starting, you know what I mean? Starters, because you got starters in depth that you get out of the portal. But I think he went to go grab some starters on our O-line. I mean, unless you're looking at some of the guys that he had there last year to try to throw on there, but getting all that offensive line guys out of the portal, to me, it says that he needed help there, and that's where he went to go look for that. And then that can be questionable. But the schedule that they got, Louisville, I think is favorable towards them. You know, besides the Ole Miss game, and they got Ole Miss, Georgia Tech, and Kentucky play Pitt. But I mean, SMU. That's 4 games right there that you maybe can say 50. I don't want to keep skipping over like Wake Forest and NC State because I like NC State too. But I mean, that I see them Louisville. I think they rank number 14 for a reason, bro, and they be solid. And I'm going with Louisville to win 8 games.
Yeah, I was looking at just looking over some of the stuff that's going on with their roster, trying to look at some of the stuff you were saying, man. And yeah, with the O-line situation, I'm not that concerned with their O-line for the simple fact that Jeff Brom, he know how to scheme guys open. He know how to create plays for his players, man. And then you got that guy Isaac Brown in the backfield, man. The young man is the truth, dog. But looking at the schedule, I feel like that Ole Miss might be an L. Just for the simple fact, I don't know if they ready to, to handle them SEC bodies for real. As far as along as the trenches, man. What you feeling about Louisville, Tariq? My boy might
Man, my bad.
You good? You good?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You
Yeah,
good
we got
right
you,
now.
bro.
You A1 right now.
Yeah, I've been having all kinds of difficulties, man. My bad. Yeah, so yeah, we still talking about Louisville. Yeah, man. Honestly, man, like Chubb said. Hold on, like Chubb said, man. Brian Brom, he has a set way of how he likes to recruit and how he likes to coach because he's a very NFL oriented type of coach. So he prepares his players to play in the league, though specifically. So, like I said, I feel like he recruits with intention, and I feel like he's gonna reload and bring back, a lot of talent, man. Louisville always has the talent team.
See my boy breaking up again. Reed, you in the transfer portal. You in the transfer portal right now, Reed. But dog, you in the transfer portal right now, my boy. My boy in the transfer portal right now.
Real hard.
Boy, shoot, my boy in the transfer portal, boy. And then I got my dog Chud doing the robot. I don't know, is everybody froze?
No, man. I couldn't hold it that long. I'm too fat for all that. I was trying to hold it, DP. I couldn't play it.
Froze for real. I'm gonna let Rick get that right. But I'm gonna go over the Louisville schedule a little bit, man. Ole Miss, yeah, like I said, Ole Miss, I feel like that's gonna be an L for them. Villanova, I feel like they should beat Villanova. I ain't even know Villanova had a football team. I thought they was all basketball. So that's new to me. Then SMU, I feel like SMU gonna beat them. Wake Forest, they should beat Wake Forest. NC State gonna be the reason I'm gonna say NC State gonna be a good game because NC State they bringing in some players, man. They bringing in a little squad, dog.
Yeah, and I like Bailey. It's Bailey's time. Everybody keeps sleeping on Bailey. Yeah, I like Bailey. I really like that CJ Bailey, man. I do it, bro. He's solid, bro.
Yeah,
he's solid. He from down, ain't he? He from Florida, ain't he?
Yeah, he from he went to Chaminade McDonald.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then, bro, every time I see Florida State, I'm giving Florida State an L for some reason. It's crazy work. I got Louisville smacking Florida State too, man. They keep just popping up on everybody's schedule. Now I feel like Louisville gonna beat Syracuse. I feel like Stanford, they're gonna beat Stanford. Now Georgia Tech, that's gonna be a game, I feel like. Pitt and North Carolina toss up. Pitt, another toss up. And Kentucky Kentucky be so wishy-washy, and Louisville smacked Kentucky last year. So I feel like Louisville gonna get Kentucky also. So I can see Louisville going either 8-4 or 9-3.
Ooh, solid.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, that's I feel like the same way. Down to the games. Bless you. Down to the games. Yeah.
How you feeling on Chubb?
I 8-4. That's what I was at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
8-4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Can't argue none of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bet, man. Now we're gonna get Wake Forest, dog.
All right,
Wake
now I'm
Forest
rolling with
last
this
year.
one. Hold up, goddamn. Lord.
Wake Forest, them boys 9-4 last year, 4-4 in the ACC. We got first head coach Jake Dicker. We talked about him a little bit already. 23-20 in 4 years at Washington State. 8-4 last year at Washington State, man. I don't know too much of what they returning, but Wake Forest, they're a pretty interesting team, man. It'd be hard for them to get recruits in, but I'm finna go to their schedule and stuff. How y'all feeling about Wake Forest?
That's another basketball school. Can y'all hear me? First of all, man, before
Yeah, you good.
We got you.
transfer portal.
Nah, you ain't in transfer portal no more.
That's another form of basketball school, man. Ultimately, man, I'm looking at their transfer. There's nobody that I can see of note. Aside from Gio Lopez, quarterback from FIU. From North Carolina, my bad. I'm scrolling too fast. But from the QB from North Carolina, so that's the only person to know. But he didn't even have a good season last year, so that's not really saying too much. But taking a look at their schedule, man, man, it ain't looking too well starting. I mean, they play us in week 2. Purdue, I'm not just giving. I don't know. I don't want to give them just the pass just because they're a Big Ten school. So I don't want to give them that, and because they're on the lower end of the Big Ten school. So we'll see on that one. But they play us in week 2 in Louisville. That's an L. NC State, I feel like that's an L. SMU, Georgia Tech.
And they coming in with the 38th ranked high school recruiting class and the 62nd ranked portal class. So they ain't really getting nothing in the portal.
Yeah, so you're not building on nothing either. So there's nothing for you to we maintain a consistency, and our consistency is a losing season. So that's kind of what I see for Wake Forest. Maybe a early bowl game at the most. Yeah.
So the way that I feel about Wake Forest, fellas, is I feel like Wake Forest is simply just going to be a team in Jake Dicker's first season that they're going to
trying to establish them.
Yeah, he just trying to establish something. You know what I mean? He's trying to establish his culture, trying to establish some type of culture there at Wake Forest, and let's see a team out there that's going to compete. Let's just see how Wake Forest competes this year, how they play in these games, how they finish these games. I don't expect Wake Forest to go out there this year and have a breakout season. I mean, when you lose your number one rusher, one of the fastest running backs that out there, and
Claiborne.
He's a beast. And but I do like Robbie Ashford's game, and I think he can carry them. But and they seem to put some tough product out there, but they also lost a guy that was 6'1". I think he was 6'1" and 300 pounds. He played on that defensive line. He's being overlooked right now in the draft, but losing that, I think that was detrimental to them. I really do. I think that when you lose guys play like that, and in this first year, I'm just looking for a team that's going to try to go out there and compete. Because, like you said, with this schedule, man, they starting off like they got Akron. That's a win for them with Wake Forest. I give them that. They playing a MAC team. Purdue, that should be another dub. They playing Miami, that's a loss. Louisville, that's a loss.
I said it looked like the Claiborne returning though. I ain't 100% sure on that. It looked like he coming back.
Is Claiborne coming back?
It looked like for one more season. I could.
If Claiborne gonna come back, all right. Well, excuse me. Thank you for that correction. If Claiborne gonna come back, I think that helps him a lot. I think that helps him a lot at that running back position. If Claiborne come back, I don't know. I don't think Claiborne coming back, bro. Who's told you that, bro?
I'm looking up online, and I also see they got to replace 4 out of the 5 offensive linemen starters. So
right.
that could be tough. You feel me? You know, getting a whole new offensive line. And Wake Forest ain't known to get no big bodies or no hog molly. Yeah, my boy Juan say Claiborne returning. So he's definitely returning.
So Claiborne is returning. So what did he do? Declare for the draft and then came back.
Yeah.
So what did he? Huh?
You say what,
so he's because it says he's a scouting prospect. So
right.
I don't know, man.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I thought Claiborne was moving on, bro. The last time I checked, like I thought Claiborne was gone. Like
he's a draft prospect right now.
He's a prospect in the draft.
Chicago Bears. Yeah.
Okay, man. That's why I wasn't 100% sure on that, man. That's why I ain't want to put a stamp on that. See me? So one, maybe we both got our information from the wrong place. I'm gonna say that.
Well, when you in the we in the middle of the off-season cycle to where they don't even know for sure if these players gonna be here. So a lot of times they don't be updating them in real time. So we be thinking that, they still on the team and they ain't even took them off the roster. They already left and they playing for the team already. So it's a lot of negligence when it comes to these folks updating these rosters in the off season.
and that now, you're right. And that part of
looking 3 sites to kind of verify. Because one to tell you no, the other one tell you yeah. So you gotta kind of just But yeah, my bad.
You definitely ain't lying.
When you look at it, that's why I had to go. You got to go to the NFL too to see what they like. Looking at too. You know what I mean? Hit that too. But Claiborne, I think I just want to see a competitive product out of Wake Forest, man. That's all. You know what I'm saying? They got they schedule going to be tough for his Dickert first year in there. So let's just see what they look like.
Honestly,
I ain't gonna put no stamp on it. I hope they make a bowl game. If he make a bowl game in his first season there coaching, I think that's a successful season for Wake Forest. I ain't gonna
be honest with you. The toughest games I see for Wake Forest is Miami, Louisville, NC State, and SMU. And everybody else, I feel like they could give a competitive ball game towards.
Virginia? You think they can give a good game with Virginia?
But I agree with you.
Yeah, Virginia, they're not too much off of like far as Virginia,
so Miami, Louisville, NC State.
I feel like NC State gonna bust them. I got NC State doing good this year, man. Just from the people that they picked up, they got Popo Aguirre in the linebacker room also. Feel like Popo gonna go over there be a starter. They got Chance Robinson over there, JoJo Traylor. They deep over there, man. They got a few running backs.
They pick up some players over there, man.
Yeah, they got a few running backs. So NC State gonna look nice.
No,
and that's actually who we talking about next. As far as requisition for Wake Forest, I got them going 6-6, 5-7 at worst.
I ain't mad at the 6. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at the 6-6 on that. I think that's a solid season for Wake Forest. I think that's a solid season for them. Don't know how they gonna get it from where, you know what I mean? Because I feel like
they're gonna watch them out of thin air.
What I watch from them, but I don't know how they gonna play with Dicker. That's why I say I want to see, you know what I mean, a competitive team because they be in the game in the first quarter. First couple drives, Wake Forest, they look like they doing real good, and then they just fall off. Like they ain't got the depth, and I think that's been a problem at Wake Forest. Where's the depth that's been at? And I know it's hard to recruit there, but where's the depth? That's always been a problem. And I don't know if Dicker's gonna come in and address the depth because you could tell they get tired out early. They can't hang with everybody. They come in, they be on fire. On first couple drives, Wake Forest, you go back and watch their game last year. That first quarter with Wake Forest, you be like, oh, they got something. But then you go, but then after that, be like just downhill from there. And I don't know if he's gonna pick up on that. So we'll see though. We'll see what happens. I think that they get a good couple first games. I mean, despite Akron being a horrible team, I do follow the MAC a little bit. Akron, they give it up a little bit. They be having some nice, talented Ohio guys who went under the radar type of deal was what they get out there in Akron. But we'll see how they look, how they get over Akron and Purdue. I think that'll tell us a lot where they're gonna stand out with the rest of the season and the teams. I think so. That's just me. That's just my opinion on what I think about it.
What record you had, Reed?
I had them going 5 and 7. Yeah, I was 5 and 7.
5 and 7. Yeah, about around that.
Mhm.
Well, next team we're gonna talk about, man. Far as we got 2 more teams. Talk about the ACC, then we're gonna talk about Big 12 a little bit. But next team gonna be NC State, man. Last year they had a pretty decent season. They went 8-5, 4-4 in the conference. Miami smacked them boys, you feel me? Shout out to the huge Jacoby Thomas. He did that thing with the pit, you know. I had to mention that. But Dave Doran, he don't been in NC State forever. 95-70 career record with 13 seasons, but he is the winningest head coach in NC State football history. So he don't win the most games there. And them boy loaded, man, this year, man. They got 16 total transfer porters. They don't add a lot of size and a lot of skill on that roster. So how y'all feeling about old NC State, man?
Fire. They on one. I think NC State on one this year. I think they got a favorable schedule. I don't feel like they lost a lot on that offense last year. I mean, who they lose? The tight end,
Jolly, I think.
Jolly. They lost Jolly, and I think they lost a receiver. But on defense, I think they
also lost Hollywood Smothers, that running back that was balling last year. I think he transferred.
Oh, he transferred somewhere else. Okay, so that. But man, I keep forgetting about CJ Bailey. I keep forgetting about him. Right? I talk about Darian Mensah, and I be forgetting about CJ Bailey. Yeah, let me tell y'all about this NFL prototypical size guy that's out of Florida, standing at 6'6" and can slang it, and is super athletic, and he can pass that thing. He could, man, and he got his guys coming back. He got some of his guys coming back, and they went and got him some more weapons out of the portal.
Yeah, they got some guys to grow up with. What's interesting too, man, they first game is in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. These boys finna be playing in Brazil. They first game.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, them boys finna be playing Virginia and Brazil. First game of the year, dog.
Brazil.
They finna be out there. They better stay off them blocks, man. Spending the money. They better keep that money in the pocket. You better keep that NIL money where it be at, and stay off the streets, man. Don't
stay
go
off
out
the
there
streets in Brazil. You think you
don't be no passport, bro.
Yeah, right. I ain't gonna. Yeah, right. There you go. There you get that part.
Don't be no passport, bro, dog.
Because Rika DP, because it wasn't real. You thought she was that, but she was. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't gotta go there. We're gonna keep it clean on the show, but that's what I'm talking about. But anyway, go ahead, keep it going.
Right.
But yeah, they got a favorable schedule, dog.
Yes, they do. They got
a favorable schedule. They got Virginia, Richmond, Vanderbilt, and Vanderbilt. Diego Pavia, he gone. Ain't no telling what Vanderbilt gonna look like. Appalachian State. That might be you never know what Appalachian State look like, but they should take care of business.
Yeah,
what's
upset
really
waiting to happen.
How serious they is though is how they look against Louisville.
Okay, I could go with that. I can go with that. How they put up with Louisville. I can go with
that's their litmus test to see where they at, if they're gonna be able to compete with the top dogs in the ACC. That's gonna determine how they're gonna be able to stack up with the big dogs in the ACC. If they go and win out and make it to a ACC championship or something like that, that's gonna be the game. But their schedule is extremely light. They made a lot of changes over the offseason. Like you said, Hollywood Smothers left to go to Texas. They lost Noah Rogers to Alabama. Whatever. Yeah, hear me okay? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you, bro. We got you.
I hear you breaking up a little bit, but you really we can hear you. You can freeze them, but we can hear you good, though. Yeah, we can hear you good. You got any point to make off what Reed was saying Chubb?
Yeah, not like what I was saying was with you, which I can't remember if it was Rick or if it was you that was saying that. Well, I think it was you. You were saying their first test was what they gonna look like with Louisville, and I was like, I got a little bit of pushback with that because I think they are going to play a SEC school in Vanderbilt, and I mean let's give Clark Lee his, you know what I'm saying, his just do it what he was able to do with Vanderbilt and what he's been able to do with Vanderbilt, you know what I'm saying, up to this point. Now, I think that's their test. Like, and all I'm saying is just what they can look like moving forward with that SEC Vanderbilt defense and what Clark Lee's been able to do. I know he's losing a lot off that defense and offensively, so he got to rebuild and reload. But if I'm not mistaken, and I don't fact check because I don't know a bunch about Vanderbilt, but I believe he's bringing back guys that was on his team, and I think that stands for something. Like, he retained some of his guys, you know what I'm saying, retained a lot of his guys offensively and defensively, went in the portal and plugged and played like how you supposed to. So I think that's for all I'm saying is that I think that's their first test, what they do with Vanderbilt. I think they can beat Vanderbilt, no doubt, but let's see how they handle them, you know, or going through. That's their first test.
Yeah, you made valid points.
I'm not. Yeah, so I'm not pushing. I'm not pushing back on that at all. I'm feeling like when my perspective is, I'm coming from in regards to Louisville being their first litmus test for the ACC, because you seeing how they play against the ACC, that's going to determine what the outlook is going to be for the ACC. Playing against Vanderbilt, that's a SEC team, so I don't see no team in the ACC playing like Vandy. So I feel like Vandy is going to be more so of a litmus test of how they be able to match up against Miami, because Miami's a little bit more physical, is a more physical team. So I think that's more, because I think Miami's in a league of its own. So Vanderbilt is going to be a better matchup for them to see how they be able to match up to Miami if they were to see them like in the ACC championship or something like that. But I think Louisville would be their litmus test of where they would stand as far as like being on the higher echelon or lower level teams in the ACC. That's what I was saying. I ain't saying that taken away from Vanderbilt at all. Yeah,
man, I ain't
right. No, I agree. That's a good point.
I ain't giving Vanderbilt that much credit, man. Diego Pavia gone. That what made them run. that was their bread and butter, man. I mean, I damn sure ain't finna say that like they Miami. No, that ain't like they Miami at all.
We ain't gonna do that. Y'all just said we ain't gonna do that. We can go back. I'm gonna go back and use your home point against you. We ain't gonna do that. We're gonna say Diego Piava, Eli Stowers. They had a decent O-line. They had a decent O-line over there too. Now, don't sleep on that O-line over there. They don't sleep on that O-line over there that they had over there at Vanderbilt, because that got to work too before you know what I'm saying, before anything else works. They had the trenches now. They had a decent defensive line over there. They had a defensive line. Two guys off of there. Number 96 and number 15 was a problem. They had Kobe Taylor. He was a problem over there.
Who their quarterback?
They identified as Diego Pavia.
That's it. Who they quarterback to
this year?
Yes.
I don't know who they quarterback this year. I don't know.
If told his voice changed.
Now look, hold up though. Because look, I don't know if they're gonna go with the true freshman. I don't know if they're gonna go with the true freshman, Jared Curtis. I don't know if they're gonna go with him. Dude's like 6'3", 225 or something like that. Little dude, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're gonna go with the true freshman.
I ain't seen him.
Or if he gonna
trot out a horse that ain't got no head, would you feel comfortable riding it?
Well, who?
If somebody trot out a horse that ain't got no head, would you feel comfortable riding it?
Nah, that's crazy work. That's crazy work. Now we ain't gonna go there. That's crazy work. But we ain't gonna diss on.
You ain't got no quarterback, bro. Where you going?
You know what I'm saying? Now that the quarterbacks don't run no teams. Come on, y'all know quarterbacks don't run no teams, fellas. We ain't gonna do that, fellas. We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna work that way, fellas. We're gonna talk about what we're gonna do is we're not gonna say a quarterback. A quarterback has to manage a offense. That's all a quarterback is to do, is to manage a offense. You don't have to be a superstar playmaking ass quarterback in order to be
But you got to
successful.
be
You need
able
to
to
go out there,
function.
take care of the ball, not turn the ball over. Now, which quarterback is going to do that for Vanderbilt? We do not know. Whether it's going to be Blaze or it's going to be Jared Curtis. They both 6'3", but we don't know which one of those guys are going to do it. But all they have to do is take care of the ball. Now, what Clark Lee was able to do at Vanderbilt, we can't sleep on what Clark Lee was able to do.
I got a
Those
question.
trenches was real last year.
I got a question.
You
I got a
don't
question.
you don't get that far without the trenches.
I got a question. Take Diego Pavia off of Vanderbilt from last year, and what do you have? What you feel like they doing? You take all that production off.
I still think Vanderbilt was they probably would not have won all them games they won. I'm not saying that Diego Piava wasn't what he was, but I'm also saying that Diego Piava had help. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That because you don't get that far with a
Diego Pavia was the help. He was the help. He came to save them. What are you talking about?
They had a trash offensive line.
He came to save the day.
Trash offensive line in the SEC. Did they have a trash offensive line in the SEC?
They stuck in the paint with some teams. Now I ain't gonna count, but a lot of them plays, Diego probably created a lot of extra time for himself and did a lot of his legs, man.
Yeah, they playing against top pass rushers in the league every year. There's top pass rushers in the SEC every single year, like clockwork, baby. It's like hot night. It's like butter, baby. There's always some pass rushers in the SEC every single year. That happens. We know college football, fellas. We can't sit here and act like that offensive line was just, you know what I mean? They was overwhelmed, but that it did help. He had Eli Stowers.
So you proving the point then. So you proving the point that Diego Pavia was just that awesome then. You proving that point because you step anybody else out there, they getting ate up and chewed up and spit out. It's just gonna be a whole different story. Diego Pavia was that dude, 5'10" and all.
I'm just saying, I'm just letting y'all know of what they had last year. We all watch college football. We know what they had. You just don't make it that far with a trash offensive line. Diego Piava is awesome. He's very awesome, very mobile. One of the best dual threat quarterbacks in college football last year, despite his height. We know that for a fact. But we're not. But one thing, you don't make it that far with just a trash offensive line and trash defensive line. You got to remember the guys too. That's okay. I mean, if you can't remember the numbers or the names, that's okay too, because we all, you know what I'm saying. But those guys, they were some guys there. You know what I'm saying? There were some guys there on that Vanderbilt team. But on the defense and offense. But moving on, we can move on to the next thing. Because I don't really know Vanderbilt too well. I just watched football and seen a couple of players out there on the field. And I think Diego Piava was definitely, without a doubt, the heart and soul of that team. He definitely was that. I'm not saying that.
Hey, DP, I can't hear you, bro. You talking?
I don't hit my mic. Chuck,
there you go.
How you feeling about the rest of the schedule for NC State?
I think NC State on point for 5. I think them boys on fire, man. I like, man. Like I said, looking at the schedule, they got where they got Richmond, Vanderbilt, Appalachian State, Louisville, Wake Forest, Stanford, California. So far, it's a favorable schedule. I think look, that's a very favorable schedule for them. Louisville, I think, is the top competition they got. And I'm not going to sleep on Duke and Manny Diaz. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to do that with them. But look, man, shoot.
I'm going to be honest.
NC State, man, that's what I'm saying.
That's
what I'm saying. Like they better have a 10-win season. This CJ Bailey's time to have a 10-win season. I'm gonna go with 9. CJ Bailey gonna give me 9. I'm stamping it right there. Going with 9-3.
Ain't mad at that. What you got, Reed?
Yeah. Okay. I like that. I give it 8-4. I give it all. Because if we do this thing where we looking at everything and we see it on paper and we look at how many dubs they're gonna get on paper, you can look at 2 of them games that they could potentially, that were supposed to win, that they're gonna probably drop. So I'm gonna add it on to that. So I'm gonna go 8-4.
All right.
I'm not mad at it at all, man. Let's get to California, man. University of Cal, dog. Oh, Cal went 7-6 last year, 4-4 in the conference. They got a new head coach.
Tosh Leopold, they wait from
his name,
Oregon.
Tosh
Right?
Leopold. That's how you pronounce his name, Tosh Leopold.
I don't. It
Sound
sound right to me,
foreign.
DP. It sound right to me, bro. I ain't
Hey,
even
yo,
gonna
it sounds like something for him. He a first year head coach though, man. He known as an elite recruiter, a former DC, and he was on the 2015 and 2017 Alabama National Championship coaching staff. You feel me? So they might got a little something with him. I know they got a QB.
Yeah, that part.
That young man spinning it.
Part. And they got a defensive minded head coach of what they needed, right? Because that coach does what's that young man's name that went to Cleveland from that played for Kyle, man? No, he played at UCLA. I don't know why I said Kyle. But they did have a linebacker. I can't remember his name. I was a fan of him too. I think he was rocking like 44. Was it Carson him? No, Carson Schlesinger played at UCLA. I'm talking about the guy that played at Cal, man. Cal had a linebacker too, bro.
Number 0.
I think it was with the blonde hair.
Yeah, that's what you talking about. He was a big dude, about 6'3", 230, 240, around that. Yeah, I remember Miami playing them. We bust them, but I ain't gonna say we bust them because Cam Ward had us a little sweating a little bit. Goddamn, 1 in the morning.
Boy, and I mean, the Tosh came from Oregon, right? He came from Oregon, didn't he? Right? He came from Oregon, right? He was
a linebacker.
Yeah.
I'm not
sure. No. The head coach, Kyle's head coach.
So he was the defensive coach at Oregon.
Yeah, he was DC. Yeah, he was a DC. He was a DC out of Oregon. You're right. Yeah, Tosh Leopold. Yeah,
that'll be good for them for the simple fact because last season in their last few games they was giving up like 30 points a game. Man, they couldn't stop nobody. And they got a quarterback that can slaying that rock in JKS. I gotta say is his initials. You feel me? Everybody know him as JKS. Them Polynesians, they be having them names.
They be having hold on. Hey, Rick, say it slow one time, Rick. Say it slow.
Sagapula Tele.
Say it again slow.
JKS.
Sagapula Tele.
Sakulele, Jerry, Sakapulele, Jerry, Sakapulele.
Yeah, you gotta put it in song for the
He lefty, dog. He lefty. My boy be slanging that rock, man. My boy doing his thing last season. So I feel like they're gonna be able to put up some numbers, but it all depends on how this new head coach establishes that defense. See if they can stop somebody, man.
Yeah,
y'all got the schedule pulled up for them.
Yeah, I got it pulled up for Kyle.
We working with it though. But yeah, I got it pulled up. They seeing UCLA week 1, and they got Syracuse. Then is it Wagner? Probably Wagner. Clemson, UNLV, Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, SMU, NC State, Virginia, Stanford, and Pitt. And they lined up just like that. I think. Like you said, I'm rolling with Chubbs on that because, like you said, I think it's some offensive firepower on that team. Like you said, you got Sagapula Tele gonna slang that thing. Kendrick Raphael coming in. I think he's from FIU. He's gonna be a good transfer coming in. That's gonna add a good punch in the backfield. And like you said, if they're able to get their defense on track, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of games that they can pull off the upset. And it's gonna be a kind of a coming out party for Tosh. Kind of just setting the tone like, hey, I'm here. If he can get under control, I think so because they got some on offense. So just if they can bring things around full circle on defense, I think it's gonna be a good inaugural season for them.
They got an interesting schedule. I ain't gonna cap.
They do.
Yeah, it's
I think it's tough.
It's real wonky, but it's a lot of games that's like a little high stakes, and this is big name matchup. Like they're gonna be big games.
That's depending on how they play Clemson would tell us a lot. And because UNLV is Dan Mullen still at UNLV?
I think so. I think Dan Mullen's still there. I
Yeah,
think
Dan
so.
Mullen
Yeah, I
was
think
there
so.
last year, man. Dan Mullen
Thank you,
had
sir.
UNLV looking all right, man. So
Mhm.
that defense really gonna have to come to play, man.
They
I
got
got confidence in their quarterback, and they gotta just protect him. Honestly, he came back. I know they gave him that NIL money, but he deserved it, man. He definitely got that dub against SMU in that game. We needed
Mhm.
SMU to lose.
Mhm.
Wish got there. Who else we need to lose? I forgot who else we need to lose, but we made it to the 90 anyway, so it really don't matter. Go Kane. You feel me? Go Kane.
Like yeah, they got a new quarterback over. Then they get what's dude's name, y'all, that played at Oklahoma. Help me, y'all. He played at Oklahoma, then he went to Auburn, and now he at UNLV, I think.
Um, Aaron Murray,
Quarterback.
that his name? Aaron Murray.
Oh, Arnold.
Oh,
Arnold.
Yeah,
Jackson
Arnold.
Arnold.
Yeah, Jackson
Jackson
Arnold.
Arnold. That's
Yeah,
it.
Jackson Arnold.
Jackson Arnold there with Dan Mullen this year at UNLV. And I don't know if they formed a new Pac-12 just this year yet, but I think the new I know North Dakota State went into the Mountain West. I know UNLV, I think they in a new Pac-12 with San Jose State, and Arizona State, and Washington State, Oregon State, Fresno State. I think they all trying to form the new Pac-12. That's all I'm getting at with that. That's all I will. They ain't nothing really said to be said with that. But really going looking at their schedule real quick, just to sum it up. I think this is a low key, like weird, tough schedule for real,
Yeah,
man.
it's kind
It's
of
wonky. It's a lot of like 50-50 games. Not
yeah.
like
I can see them going 500 for sure, or I can see them going under 500. I can see a 5-7. I can see a 7-5.
Right.
I
They're
think
like,
I think
That's where
UCLA
I'm at
gonna
with Cal.
UCLA gonna build on their momentum from last year. I really feel like they are. So
but if they'd have had Miami on this schedule, they'd have had the toughest schedule in the ACC, y'all.
oh
I
for
ain't gonna
sure.
hold you.
Oh for sure.
I ain't
So
gonna hold
y'all don't see them. Y'all see them finishing what? Same spot, 7th. They
you.
finished 7th last year.
Boy. Yeah, I think I gotta go with that, man, because I mean I got UCLA. I like UCLA, right? I do this year. I like UCLA. I like them bringing in Bob Chesney from James Madison. He was head coaching James Madison last year. The only team from G5 I think should have been in the playoffs, although they probably, you know what I
Right.
mean? But he up there at UCLA now. Took some of those transfers up there. They still got Nico. I can't pronounce his last name neither. Iamaleaba. I think that's how you pronounce it. But they got him up there, so that's gonna be a tough game for them. Syracuse with Fran Brown going up there to Syracuse. That's why I think that'll be a little bit tougher. Wagner should be a dub for them. Clemson, that's one of those. That's the ACC game right there. That's going to let them know that. But then they got UNLV, Dan Mullen, great head coach, Jackson Arnold being up there, and so that's going to be decent. They always got a high powered offense up there at UNLV. Don't know if it's still going to be without Brennan Marion, of course, but we'll keep it moving. But Virginia Tech, tough. I think that's going to be a tough one. James Franklin, Wake Forest, that's not going to be a push, but I think they can get them. SMU tough, man. They got a tough schedule,
Yeah, man. They
bro.
gotta. That's why I say all their games could go either way, dog.
Yes, yes. I look. I'm gonna say 6-6 because Tosh Leopold's a defensive minded coach. They needed a defensive minded coach over there. I think they had the offense. I agree with you, DP. I think they had the offense over there at Cal. I think they needed a defensive minded coach, and that's why I'm gonna go 6-6. If they go 6-6 with this schedule, I'm still saluting Cal and saying hell of a season, man.
I can even give them 7. Reed, what you got for that schedule before we move on to the Pac-12? I'm gonna let Charles lead the way with the Pac-12, dog. I mean the Big 12. My bad. I'm talking about Pac-12. The Big 12.
I can see a 5-7 or a 6-6 season.
Mm.
I think go with a 5-7 season. I think would be good, but 6-6 is valuable. It's valuable because any team could lose in the ACC. It's such a, like you said, it's such these games. So many of these games on this schedule is a 50-50 that You know, any one of these can teeter them from a 500 to a winning season to a losing season. So either one, you can go from 5-7 to 6-6 to 7-5. Either the way, like they got just 33% chance of hitting all them boys. So
No cap.
It's respectful to me though. If they even if they do drop 5, I think it's respectful. However, they got it. You know, well, if they come out with 6 on that schedule, bro, I swear
that's a damn good season.
Yeah, it is.
This is a tough schedule because even like if we had the schedule, I'd be like,
man, I
just
like
throw
us
name
get that
on there.
schedule more than I like Kyle getting that schedule. I ain't gonna cap. We had that schedule. I'm gonna say we're gonna bust him, man. But let's get into that Big 12, dog. Who we starting off with for the Big 12? We know do a couple of teams, so we do part 2 tomorrow.
All right, AZ Arizona State.
Arizona State.
Okay. Arizona State, man. Arizona State, but I'm Sun Devils, man. Because and look, a lot of it, you know, obviously I want to start off because Amari Miller came from Colorado and he went over there to Arizona State, right? So that's why I was like, yeah, I want to start with Arizona State because of that, right? So, but I've been giving Cutter Boley a lot of flack. They transfer quarterback over from Kentucky. I've been giving him a lot of flack, right? And I had to go and do my homework on this team. Now, this team has lost a lot. Arizona State has lost a lot. They had, well, we know I ain't even start off with Kenny Dillingham. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm supposed to come in like DP with it. And
nah, you good, bro. I ain't
you know what I'm saying? Kenny Dillingham, you know what I'm saying? He 22 and 17 as a head coach, you know, 0-2 in bowl games. I didn't do all the all the 5 stars and the rating.
Oh, I got you. They got the 40th ranked high school recruiting class, man. They got 4 5 stars and 16 3-stars, man.
Thank you.
And for transfer portal, they got the 15th ranked transfer portal class. So they got a little squad coming back, man, to do a little something. And like you said, Dunningham, the head coach, he's a young guy, but he's making some promising things, doing some promising things with ASU.
Right. And if he was able to do that, now see where I was getting at with Cutter Boley, right? And I can't give him some argument here. What they were able to do with Jeff Sims at quarterback last season to finish off the season, I think was good. And it speaks to what Kenny Dillingham is offensive minded to do. Bringing in, you know, Reed Harris and Amari Miller, trying to replace the production from Jordan Tyson and Malik McCain is not going to be easy for Arizona.
They got Amari Miller from Colorado.
Yeah, they got him. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yep. They grabbed up Amari Miller from Colorado. They got Cutter Boley from Kentucky, and then they got that center. I can't even pronounce dude's name from Georgia from Colorado State, but he played at Georgia Tech though too. I think he played at Georgia Tech.
I think them losing Sam Levitt don't hurt them. Hold on. Hold it down.
You probably could get it from me, Rick. You sound real good with last name. But they also got Owen Long on defense, and Owen Long is a beast. Yeah, getting him out of the portal, man, was a big pickup, man, because dude, 58 solo tackles, a straight up monster, 2 sacks, 4 fumble. Not only that, dude had 151 total tackles last year. He was always around the ball, 93 assisted. Now, to some people, that stat is overlooked, but to me, it's not, because I think assisted tackles, or that just means you around the ball all the time. To be that close to the ball 93 times during the season, that's huge. I'm not sleeping on Arizona State at all. They bringing some things back, and they're gonna be a tough out for anybody that's really crossing their paths. But y'all got their schedule pulled up yet, so we can go.
Yeah, I got it pulled up.
All right. They starting off with Morgan State Bears. That's a dub.
That second game, boy.
Yeah, Texas A&M. I think that's an L. That's an
L, and they better hope they be healthy. I'm not sure how Kansas is looking, but they better be healthy coming out of that Texas A&M game, because they might get beat up after that one.
I like them beating Kansas. I got them beating Kansas. I think they could beat Kansas. I think they'll get they'll get Baylor. I think they'll beat Hawaii. I'd be close. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You don't know what Hawaii, but I think Hawaii will test them, but I don't think it's really nothing. But now the test comes at Texas Tech. That's what's going, you know what I mean? Because that's the big dog. You know what I'm saying? That's the
I
big
feel
dog.
like Tech gonna bust them.
Yeah, but that's a loss. You know what I'm saying? Kansas State. Don't really want to sleep on Kansas State with bringing back Avery Johnson and they grabbed up a couple of guys from replaced a tight end.
That 3-game stretch is gonna be serious. Texas Tech, Kansas State, and BYU.
Mm-hmm.
That
3-game stretch right there gonna be serious, boy.
Yeah. So then you know what I mean, so they get them. And I think they when they play BYU, I think I don't know if they're gonna beat BYU, man. I don't know, but I think I don't know. I don't know what Kalani said.
That quarterback Bear, whatever his name is,
Eric Buckmeyer.
Hey man,
I don't know if they're gonna get him, man. But I mean, Arizona State, and then Colorado. Obviously, you know what I mean. Let me keep it a buck. I think they'll get a dub there, but I think it's gonna be tough. I think this is a.
They're gonna be tough. For
CU, I think CU that's a measurement game for them. I think they beat Colorado, but I think Colorado will make it close. Game. I think Colorado will try to hang around and keep it close. Man. Oklahoma State. I think I don't know how that's gonna go with Oklahoma State. Don't want to sleep on them with Eric Morris going over there from North Texas, man. He like the way that he had that team, and you know they known for that air raid, but I think that's how they ran that offense. It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be a lot of stress on the DBs for Arizona State. So if they ain't ready, man, that Arizona State team might put up a dub on them. So, but I got them getting that game and finishing off that game. But I got Arizona State finishing off being one of another top Big 12 team, and I think they can get an 8-9 win season. But they also they got a lot of 23 transfers offensively and defensively too. So to put that into account too, because they losing a lot too. So putting all that into account with it, I mean, I can go through the whole list of transfers. I'd rather not to because I think I already done that before. So that's why I wasn't trying to do it here with you, DP. But I mean. They brought in a lot of guys, man.
You could just say like 2 or 3 players. I know you got a deep list.
Yeah, like I showed you it, right? I sent it to you, right? Yeah,
yeah.
Like they got 23 transfers on that offensively and defensively, right? So, and I mean, it's a lot of it's for depth, but some of those guys they're dependent on to come in and produce too. So. But I think Kelly Denningham, I like the way he coaching and get it done. So, like I said, 8-9 wins for them, man. But I'll go ahead and I'll stamp the 8 for sure for Arizona State.
How you feeling, Reed?
He with us?
I'm expecting a productive season, man. But the second half of that season is gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Y'all can't hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
I'm about to say, God, no. I said Arizona State, but I think the second half of the season is gonna be tough for them boys, man, because I can see them in the last 7 games of the season potentially going 3-4. You know, with the matchups between Texas Tech, Kansas State, BYU, Colorado, that little gauntlet right there, including UCF to close out the season, man. I can see them dropping, 3 or 4 of them games, man. And Texas A&M is looking like a L, possibly on that side too. And Baylor, I would say, is a toss up for them. So that's looking more so like maybe a 500 season on my end.
They got a tough schedule.
I'm looking at it. Yeah,
what I see, the schedule you called off, Chubb, I got them 8-4 or 7-5. You feel me? Because they got a little nice schedule, dog.
I'm telling you, this is tough. It's a good schedule.
Just between the Texas A&M, the Texas Tech, the Kansas State, and BYU, all 4 of them could be losses right there. And then every other game could be a toss-up. Now I feel like they're gonna smack Colorado. I don't want to keep saying that, so I don't want to do Colorado that bad. But Oklahoma State, they got the 7th ranked portal class.
We're gonna do Colorado tomorrow. I'm gonna say the best. It's the best for last. It's that piece of cake. that piece of cake that grandma got that everybody want. Me, you, and Reek. Grandma done bake the cake in the kitchen. Me, you, and Reek finna fight for that cake, right? I'm gonna save it for tomorrow though. because it's real good.
Colorado
You
is
know,
chocolate cake. I don't even like chocolate cake.
Hey.
I mean neither.
You can have that piece of cake.
I like the yellow batter. You heard?
Yeah. Give me
like
yellow
yellow
batter
batter.
with the cream cheese ice, and that's Miami right there.
That real nice. Who you got next, Chuck?
We got so next. Okay, I know I was taking over from here, but yes,
Yeah,
since I
for
am.
Big 12, you're gonna do the Big 12 for the one we got
sir,
tonight.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got like 4 of them.
Yep. We got 4 of them.
Okay, bad. We can do that.
All right, yep. So next up, fellas, we got Texas Tech with Joey McGuire. Joey McGuire is 35-18 as a head coach, man. But a cool thing, 4-4 in his bowl games. I don't know if that matters to y'all, but look, I like to go ahead and keep track of that. And on top of that, he came from under a great head coach in Matt Rule. Y'all, people forget that. People forget Joey McGuire got a background. He was with Matt Rule at Baylor 2017 to 2021. When that's when Baylor was hitting too. Baylor was hitting on something during them years when Matt Rule was down there. I don't know Matt Rule. He did so good. He wound up going to getting an NFL job. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, the Panthers.
Right. And then but Texas Tech with Joey McGuire, man, I think that they reloaded and they reloaded nicely.
Yeah,
they did a phenomenal job. I think so.
They got the 18th ranked high school recruiting class in 2026. They got the 10th ranked portal class. Boy, they went and got loaded again. They spending that money in Texas Tech. They got that bread.
All field money, man.
They
Who only got coming back as quarterback? They got the same QB.
Brennan Sorsby. They went and Brennan
from Cincinnati.
Brennan Sorsby from Cincinnati. That was under Scott Scatterfield. Started up at Indiana. That boy he had some potential then at Indiana, but now that he here, I tell you, he over with Texas Tech, that's gonna be a problem. Also, they got the transfer guy. They got a transfer from Louisville. They used to play defensive line. Now he's playing offensive line in Jordan Church. They got Kenny Johnson at wide receiver. And Kenny Johnson supposed to be coming in and trying to help out from Pittsburgh. That's why I had to mention Kenny Johnson, because I know y'all remember Kenny Johnson, right, from Pittsburgh, right? He had 48 receptions, 695 yards, 5 touchdowns. Y'all remember him? I know y'all do, because he come from the ACC. So I know y'all remember Kenny Johnson from Pitt. Also, I know they lost a lot. Romello Height, Lee Hunter, and all those guys, but they replaced him with Trey Wright. On the defensive line, they went and grabbed him up from San Diego State. Think he gonna be a dog up there with Sean Lewis. Really depend on him. 26 solo tackles, 7 sacks. He had 53 tackles whole season. He had 10.5 tackles for a loss just last season. Did so, but now we could jump over to their schedule, because I think that's where I'm at with that.
They returning 13 out of 14 starters from last year, man. So
13 out of 14.
Yeah, they're gonna be nice in the Big 12, dog.
See, I had 11, but you got
11.
I had 11, but 13 that's good. That's good. You got 13. All right, 13 out of 14. That's good. But looking at their schedule, going on the Texas Tech schedule, man, they starting off with Abilene Christian. I think they got a nice favorable schedule, man. Texas Tech did. They starting off with Abilene Christian, then they going to play Oregon State. They got Houston. Don't want to sleep on them. Houston Cougars. Don't want to sleep on them at all, because
I'm sleep on them.
Willie French, man.
Sleep on them.
Willie French. Willie French. That's Willie French, man.
Damn, Willie French. We talking about Texas Tech, man.
Yeah, go. This team. They
I'm talking about I'm just talking about overall. I'm not talking about what Texas. Okay, since we are talking about Texas Tech, yeah, Texas Tech is going to beat Houston. Okay, but I'm just saying, all right, just overall on Houston. That's what I was getting at. I got to be better with my words.
What about Colorado?
Be right back in the
Colorado? What about Colorado?
I think they get Colorado, man. I think they get Colorado. I think Texas Tech beat Colorado up at Colorado. I think they get Houston, Sam Houston. I think look, the only toss
they might go undefeated.
Look, I like the Arizona State. I want to see how they play them. I want to see what
they have. No ranked opponents,
but
the only ranked opponent TCU.
Back-to-back Big 12 champions. Undefeated season. Stamp that shit.
You stamping it 12-0 with Texas Tech?
Yeah,
Big 12 championship. Ain't nobody on this schedule gonna beat their defense.
I got them again. I got them at 10-2.
Who you got 2 losses?
It's gonna be a toss. The 50-50 games. I think the 50-50 games, man. I like that. I'm not gonna sleep. I'm not sleeping on TCU. I'm not sleeping on Arizona State with Kenny Dillingham. I'm not gonna do it with Texas Tech. I'm not. I mean, I know y'all might be sold on Brendan Sorsby
I am
because of what he did. All right, but I mean, people didn't even know where he was at. People didn't even know the Cincinnati's head coach's name. They didn't even know his name.
Oh shit, Satterfield is a dog. Satterfield nice.
They ain't even.
I will say this too, Chuck. Arizona State got Texas Tech last year, but that was last year, man. Them boys might remember that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, they were supposed to go
remember that
last year. They were supposed to go undefeated last year. You know what I'm saying? If they was going, if they had any chance, if they should have.
Like last year was tougher.
Nah, listen, bro. They got David Bailey. They had Skylar Gale Howard, Lee Hunter, Romello Height, Jacob Rodriguez, Lee, Romello Height, and David Bailey. Those is three. You can argue that those are 3 first rounders right there.
Boy,
3 first rounders off the defense right there. That's right there. I just named them: David Bailey, Romello Height, and Jacob Rodriguez. You can argue those.
On reloaded.
You can argue those 3 first rounders right there.
I'll give you that.
You know what I'm saying? They was supposed to go undefeated last year, dog, and they ain't pushed the needle. So I mean, I'm just leaving the wiggle room for
they first round just because of this draft.
I still think you can win. You can win the Big 12 10-2. You can win a Big 12 at 10-2. You can go to a championship and win that at 10-2.
Yeah,
I think that's a solid season. You know what
this
I'm saying?
schedule is weak though, man.
Yeah, this is not a tough schedule at all. So just look at you see the schedule.
Talking about the Big 12 though, y'all gotta.
That's my point, man.
It's the Big 12.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like they were supposed to do that last season.
Arizona State is your hardest game of the season.
Not only that, they made it to the playoffs last year, and they stacked on top of what they already did. Like they ain't go back. They had a good transfer portal class and a good high school class. They spent that bread.
Who's good? Like who's good that came out of their transfer? Who good that they came out of their transfer portal that you like? DP.
Let me see. Let me go back to it.
You know who came in this season?
Because you trying to replace Jacob Rodriguez with Austin Romaine from Kansas State. You know what I'm saying? All that production that you got to remember what Jacob Rodriguez brought to that team last year. He the dick buckets. Jacob Rodriguez damn near won the fucking Heisman at linebacker. You're not replacing that. That's hard as shit. Come on.
I can't say they ain't replacing it, but they don't spend a lot of money, man.
I know they did. I mean, they got the bread, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean?
And they got Malcolm Simons from AU out of Auburn.
It's about building on that shit, man. You build on that. It's like they set the foundation. Now they got a whole other slew of players coming in to
they got Wake Forest best D lineman from Wake Forest.
I like Adam Trick from Miami of Ohio. I like him. Mm-hmm. I definitely like that guy because it be Rogba. Who's it be
Rogba?
Okay, but I don't even know if you think he's gonna start over Bryce Butler.
He gonna get some rotate.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they probably gonna rotate on and off, but you know they probably gonna rotate at that. But that's to replace Lee Hunter though. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't think, and see, the thing is,
they replacing the entire line though, so you got to replace the line. They lost the entire D line.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all I'm saying is, look, it's the Big 12, so you really don't have to be. You don't have to. And look, you don't have to be elite to win it.
You got to stop
to go 12-0. But to go 12-0,
running the Big 12, you can win games in the Big 12.
I think that's gonna be solid. They got a solid run game. They got most of their guys that been in this system. Despite what everybody out there think, I like Micah Hudson and Coy Eakin. I like Coy Eakin when he produced. I like that way, but he got skills. But I mean, look, it's just the Big 12, and I just giving them a little bit of wiggle room because look, I thought they should have went undefeated last year with the roster they had last year, and they just didn't do it. So I'm not going to go, you know what I mean, out there on the limb and say that they can go 12-0. I see 12-0 on there too, but I'm just saying I think they can 10-2 is a solid year for me. That's all I'm saying. So y'all go out there, y'all hang it, y'all saying 12-0, y'all stamp it 12-0 for Texas Tech.
Yeah, at worst case scenario, 11-1, they slip up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I said I
We
tell
got
you.
next show up.
So we'll go with Utah next. We'll go with Utah.
Utah.
We'll rock out with Utah, baby. That's what we'll go with. Utah, they got Morgan Scaley. Now, Morgan Scaley's a new head coach. We already know that. He come over from the defense, straight over from the defense. But he's been around Utah for a long time. He's accustomed to everything that goes on at Utah, the culture, living out there and knowing the players, knowing the system. They signed him right away to a big contract. I think it was 27 million, something like that. They right away get it. DP, help me out here and tell the folks with the transfer portal and the
High
transfer portal
school,
rankings and
high
the high
school
school
recruiting,
rankings.
they had the 2026 high school recruiting class and the 47th ranked portal class. So far as one thing I can say about Utah, they offensive game plan and they scheme and they system benefit them more than anything. They got that system that's been there for so long that guys just plug
No
and
matter
play
the
into.
coach, this is what we
Yeah,
run.
this is
We
what we're
build and
doing.
bread
We
off
plug and play.
physicality, O linemen running the ball, 12 personnel, all that.
Yeah,
Yeah. I love it though. You can't
yeah,
hate
I
that
like
shit.
it,
We gotta
man.
love it.
Now, I
You gotta
mean,
love
you can't argue that, right? And I think when you look at the schedule in the Big 12, I think they got favorable schedule. Now, I'm big on Utah this year. I think now how big y'all is on Texas Tech. I think Utah is that this year in the Big 12, to be honest with y'all. I really like Sean Parker, they running back. They got him, they bringing back Devin Dampier, although their head coach has moved on. Kyle Whittingham went up to Michigan. They got a transfer in on the offensive line is Cedric Johnson. He came over. They retained a lot of their guys on defense, but they right in that they got out of the transfer portal. He's supposed to be a straight up problem. Ethan Day, he's supposed to be, came from North Texas, right? That's the one guy that Eric Morris couldn't really hold on to, but he should have. He had 23 solo tackles as a defensive end, 4.5 sacks, had 53 total tackles, 7 tackles for a loss. He was hitting on a quarterback 8 times. Now, looking at their schedule, though, their schedule is I think it's favorable for them for real. Now, y'all got their schedule up. Y'all with me here?
I'm with you.
Yeah, I had it
All right,
up.
you with
And
me?
they got that Devin Dampier. He coming back, ain't he? The quarterback from last season.
Absolutely. I mentioned
Yeah,
him.
yeah, he looked nice out there last season. So they got a guaranteed starter at quarterback too.
And Sean Parker, too. Sean Parker was there last year, too. They running back. Number 1. Fly. Boy got wheels. And he nice. But I mean, look, they lost a ton on offense too. Like you know what I'm saying? We not gonna say act like they ain't lose a ton. I think wide receiver went up there when they best ride outs went up there to Michigan. They lost Dallin Bentley to the draft. They tight end Spencer Fano, offensive lineman. They lost Michael they guard, they center, they whole offensive line. They just had to replace their whole offensive line. But it was already with guys that was there. It wasn't hard for Morgan Scaley to hold on to those guys because he's been around in that system for years. Like how y'all said, I agree with everything what y'all said. It's the tradition is set. The identity of Utah Utes is set, and that now you got Morgan Scaley taking over that defense. That he's only 1-0 as a head coach, but I'm not looking at that. I look highly depending on what Devin Dampier is going to do in this offense with Sean Parker, how physical they're going to be and running that rock and getting that defense together. I think they're going to be on fire. I'm all in on Utah with the Utes. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the Utes right now. I'm saying 11-1 with the Utes, period.
Mm-hmm.
What you got, Reed?
I can't fight that right there. I'm looking at the schedule and that seems very feasible. I would say 11-1, they can potentially drop one if they lose focus. But the brand of football that they play, I find it hard to believe that they're gonna drop, any one of these games because they play such a physical brand and they identify that their identity is set on protecting the football and just being physical and pounding the ball and slowing it down and having time of possession. So that's such a stark contrast from the way these teams in a conference play in the Big 12. So if you're able to keep the ball out of the hands of a lot of these Big 12 teams, they can't go blow for blow and tap for tap when the ball is slowed down to 4-5 possessions in a half. You know what I mean? So just the style of game that they play coming into each and every one of them games, I don't see them, having, any one of these teams having an upper hand on them. The best matchup of the year is going to be BYU. And I would say if they can clear that one, man, I don't see anybody on their schedule that can beat them. Aside from, I would say, maybe West Virginia pulling a late upset, a real late upset. And I know Ohio State is always known for just upsetting teams just based off of how the game type of games they play. But I don't even think their coaches still in Iowa State no more, if I'm not mistaken. So they may be having a quick turnover themselves all the way. So yeah, I'll go one loss, if not just one loss. I'd say because they blessed to not have Texas Tech on their schedule this year because they gave their ass the Blues last year.
Me, I'm pretty much with y'all for the most part, but I will say I'm gonna throw 10-2 out there.
Or two.
Yeah, I'm 2 losses just in case
Arkansas.
they have another Kansas State game like they had last year when they gave up 472 rushing yards in one game. And that boy Joe Jackson had 24 carries, 293 rushing yards, and 3 tuggies, 12.2 yards a carry. So if they let somebody else do them like that in a game in the Big 12, and they might slip up and lose 2 of them. But the way they set up, how physical they play, like y'all say, man, I don't see them losing less than 2 games. You feel me? I don't see them going 9-3 or nothing like that. I can see them and Texas Tech being in the Big 12 championship game.
Bro,
First of all,
I don't think nobody gonna see him, but I mean, I rock with y'all arguments, because and to your point, like with the yards with Kansas State, right? That's a great point, DP. But that's having Morgan Scaley as the head coach, the defensive minded guy. I think that's where you fix those problems at, with having him there and having him put that defense like first on the team, but still able to have that physicality on the
offensive side, right?
Yeah. I think that's where that fixes that. I think that so it's like it washes it out. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, because he's taking that identity from now, because that identity is solely offensively. You can't really put that identity and apply it to the defensive side. But with him coming into the fold, he's able to take that identity and apply it to both sides of the ball. If they keep that physicality on the offensive side and they continue to gel and mesh that together on both sides of the ball, that's going to be a tough and physical team that ain't nobody going to face every single week. So I'm with you on that shit, Chubbs. You spot on that one.
Oh, I got one. I got one.
Well, the last one we're gonna do Baylor, Chubb. Ooh, Lord.
You want to do Baylor last? We gonna do Baylor? Okay, we can roll with Baylor now.
We can do Baylor last and then save the rest for part 2 tomorrow.
Okay, so Baylor, y'all know Dave Aranda, man. Dave Aranda, I can't remember. Dave Aranda is horrible. No, listen, he 36-37 as a head coach, right? He's 1-2 in his bowl games, right? Their portal class and their transfer class, DP.
Okay, yeah, I got you, man. It's nasty. It stank though. They got the
always smell like boo.
You feel? They got the 65th ranked 2026 high school recruiting class and the 30th ranked portal class, man. I know. I think Ladway don't pulled up to the scene, man. I don't know how he gonna look. If he look anything how he looked against the LSU game, they gonna be in trouble, shot town, because they throw the ball a lot. That's their main bread and butter. They do a lot of 5 wide sets, no running back. They like slaying the rock, man. And if DJ Ladway can't put it where it need to be, it's gonna be trouble, shot town.
Yep, that's how I feel too. That's how I feel about it. But look, I mean, they did bring in they brought in Draylon Miller from Colorado, the running back / receiver gadget guy that Colorado had. They did bring him over. They're going to be dependent on him, heavily favored for some production, because he was productive. He was all right last year. I mean, not what he had 20 catches for 158 yards, 1 touchdown. But in 2024, he had 277 yards and 5 touchdowns that year. Gavin Freeman came in from Oklahoma. They got him at receiver. They're going to be looking to get a lot of help out of the portal off of that offensive line. Bringing in DJ Lagway. They did try to come bring in Tony Livingston from Florida with DJ Lagway to try to give him some chemistry with his tight end. I think that's why they made that move. I'm not sure. Don't know. As far as on defense, I mean, I guess you could I'll just take a shot here, right? And I'll just say they brought in Garrett Ponder, right? I mean, that's how I'll go with Garrett Ponder. I mean, he had from North Alabama, 6'2", 252, 16 solos, 3.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble. Dude had 37 total tackles, and we talking about, you know what I mean, this guy is a defensive end, 11.5 tackles for a loss, 4 quarterback hits. I think that counts for something, even though he was at Southern Miss after, you know what I mean, out of Alabama. But anyway, looking at Baylor's schedule, man, they starting off playing Auburn.
And they playing them in Atlanta, man. Auburn finna bust them boys. Auburn got UCF quarterback, USF quarterback, Byron Brown. And they got USF, I keep saying the name, USF head coach also. So yeah, they finna get bust.
Prairie View A&M. After that, Louisiana Tech, Colorado, finna bust them.
Now the Colorado game, I can feel like that's gonna be a good competitive matchup for both programs. Yeah, I ain't gonna just say Colorado gonna lose that game.
Colorado finna bust them with that go-go. That go-go finna go crazy on that defense over there.
Y'all gonna be out there.
They bringing in go-go.
It's gonna be 115 to 100. Nobody gonna be playing defense.
Y'all got a running back to run the go-go.
You got a few, McCall got a few backs over there to run the go-go.
They don't like to run the ball at Colorado. I keep telling
you, they gonna run the ball, man. That's what the go-go is all about, man. Single back, off balance, single back sec. Give them right up there. There's a lot of off tackle. There's a lot of outside zone and a lot of inside zone, split zone. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give you that one, Chubb. I got him at 2-2. I got him losing that. I got him losing to Colorado and Auburn. I'm gonna give you that one.
We got one. We got another one. I got 2 on your show today, DP. God damn, I'm on the road. Got the Rick gave me one and you gave me one. Oh boy, I'm on fire today. I'm on fire.
They so comparable. Like I can't give one of them an edge over the other, so I'm gonna just give it to Colorado because maybe they can go offense. Maybe they do one who's keep telling me about this go offense. It better go this season.
They better go to the end zone. They better lead to some rushing yards.
All right, now you got not Arizona State. That's a loss. TCU, that's a loss. Kansas, I think that's a 50-50 game right there.
Yeah, it depends on who Kansas got coming back.
UCF, they got Alonzo Barnett III from James Madison at quarterback. You know what I'm saying? They went and grabbed that quarterback from James Madison. That boy can scoot. He playing at UCF this year. He gonna be a problem for a lot of teams. UCF, if they play physical ball the way they did, and if Alonzo Barnett could take care of the ball the way he did at James Madison, just producing that, man, UCF, they might be
Frost disappointed me last season, man.
Yeah, I feel that.
Dog. I don't trust UCF.
I mean, but UCF and Baylor, we talking about Baylor though. Baylor and UCF.
That's why I say it's a toss-up.
You know what I'm saying? Toss-up. You know what I'm saying? Iowa State, that's a dub. They're gonna beat Iowa State. Iowa State got a whole new team, whole new coach. They went and got a whole new stands. They got that dude that sell the hot dogs and the cotton candy and the peanuts. He knew too at the stadium. Everybody knew there. Iowa. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even got bleachers no more. They bleachers left. They got them silver benches that rolled on the football field.
He's talking about they bleachers left.
Got pull up before each game.
Straight up though. Then they got BYU. That's a loss. Texas, that's a loss.
The last three I got them lose. Honestly, I got
4-8. 3-9.
You got 3-9. Reed. I got them 4-8 just because it's some toss-ups, man.
Hey, DP. After I say, ooh, ooh. Can you say your B word after that? After I say ooh.
Bufale. What you got on, Chuck?
I give him 4 and 8. I give him 4 and 8, bro. I got
Watch
him.
this 3-9 at the end of the season.
I'll give him 4 and 8, bro. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
real,
If it's 3 and 9, you know, I don't know, bro. You know, because you know,
That's bad.
it is, bro. It
That's
is.
really bad. In
Yeah,
college football, that's
can I ask
bad,
y'all a
bro.
question? Can I ask y'all a question before we
what's up?
before we dip on up out of here? I want to ask y'all a question.
Yeah, I was gonna
What
get
do y'all
everybody
think
closing
that
remarks.
DJ Lagway's about to do in the Big 12? Honestly.
Me personally, I feel like he got a better opportunity. If they can protect him, he got a better opportunity in the Big 12 than he did the SEC. I feel like he could be able to, because I also feel like he was hurt the whole time he was at Florida. Florida rushing him out there, rushing him to play hurt.
Right.
And they weren't doing him no justice with the play calling either. They was forcing him to be a 50-time passer quarterback, throwing the ball 50 times a game and 45 times a game. It ain't gonna work like that, man. Then they was going east and west, and you feel me, not north and south with their offense. And I feel like, I don't know, Baylor maybe can do a little bit more with him in the Big 12, but I don't know how much they got around him. So that's why I got him at 4 and 8.
That was my point, yeah, because it would, because I think just talent wise, you got to take a look at what he has around him, stepping into that. But I think also with going to the Big 12, the talent there that he's gonna be facing is gonna be a step down as well. So it may be an opportunity for him to be able to show up and step up with it, coupled with the offensive scheme and the coaching that he's getting. He may take a step in the right direction. So the talent has always been there. It shows. You know what I'm saying? He has the arm, he has the athletic ability. And we just need to see, if he has everything put together up top to be able to process and be able to make those throws over the middle and anticipate and make anticipatory throws. But I think he's going to have a better season this year than he did last year, obviously because of him coming in another year of growth, another year of maturity. Probably putting aside old habits, learning how to be a better quarterback, a better leader. Just with another year comes more growth. So I think just from that perspective, we're gonna see strides from him in that area. But just how live the Big 12 is as far as offenses, compared to the SEC, you may have those high flying offenses, but those are just those teams that are just that talented. But all in all, just as a whole, SEC is just a physical, more of a slow down pace. So we're gonna see a uptick in stats, I feel, for him as far as him performing. So I think stats overall is gonna be an improvement. Record, I think, relatively gonna be the same because he don't have that much talent. They're not gonna have that good of a season, but I think he's gonna have a better season compared to what he did last year. And I think his demeanor and the way he carries himself with his body language and all that, that's gonna be different compared to what it was last year too, because that was a big part of it too. He was kind of, you can tell he was mentally out of it towards the end of the season, and the beat that he was taking took a toll on him for sure.
Great. All right. I mean, I want him to do good. I do. I want to see DJ Lagway do good for the simple fact I was big on DJ Lagway last year. I was big on him last year, huh? DP. I'm real big on DJ Lagway. I was. So I want to see DJ Lagway do
we
good.
were gonna smack them boys, and you see what happened. We smacked them boys. We were 26-7 on them boys. That what it was.
Damn bad. Damn bad. That's what seeing goes, man.
I'm all conflicted over here. I'm Colorado, Pittsburgh, Miami, UCLA, Missouri. So
them all the schools.
Whatever team look good, man.
He said whatever team look good.
Well, I don't. That's why I say, Rick. I don't know what he see in UCLA, man. UCLA ain't been nothing. They in the tougher.
They got good academics. So it's a good school if you want to learn something.
I think that I think that Bob Chesney is going to change UCLA. I do. I think they're gonna have a solid season. I think they're gonna have a solid season. I don't think they're gonna win the Big Ten next year. I'm not expecting them to do that, but I think I think they're gonna have a good year next year, UCLA in the Big Ten.
I agree. I think they're gonna build off of last season because last season, they had some changes, a lot of turmoil mid-season, and they put it all together. And I think they're gonna build on that next season. So I expect to see an improvement, though. I do expect to see an improvement. I ain't on the bandwagon like Chubb, though. I just see them taking a step in the right direction.
Y'all gotta love me. You gotta love me.
It's been real, dog. We're gonna get into part 2 tomorrow night, man. If you available, you can hop on, do the thing. We're probably gonna do that at 7:30 tomorrow. feel me, finish up with the teams we didn't talk about in these conferences. But man, any closing remarks from y'all before we get out of here?
Yeah, man. You know, pray for yourself, pray for each other, pray for us, because we're always praying for y'all.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Anything, Reed?
Nah, man, I like that. I'm gonna leave it with that.
That's real now, man. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for rocking out with us, man. You feel me? Y'all go find somebody you love, give them a hug and your kids, man. Pray for all your loved ones, man. Shout out to y'all. God bless everybody, man. Like,
Hallelujah.
share, subscribe, man. Go Canes, baby. You already know what it is. And we out of this thing,
Jesus
baby.
loves you.
Yes, sir.
All you gotta do is pay attention.